talented and let kids be kids. That's where Starlight Children's Foundation comes in. Since 1982, Starlight Children's Foundation has transformed the in-hospital experience for more than 17 million seriously ill kids in 800 children's hospitals and facilities across the United States. Our state-of-the-art programs like Starlight Virtual Reality, Starlight Hospital Wear, and Starlight Gaming let kids just be kids, if even for a few moments. Whether donning an action figure gown instead of standard hospital issue, or settling into gamer mode, if it brings a smile, a laugh, or just a break from their reality, it's happiness delivered. Learn more at starlight.org. That's starlight.org.
In baseball, these are the moments that bring us to our feet.
But the most important moment happens when we all stand together.
United for a great cause.
We once again join our partners Stand Up to Cancer in reaffirming a commitment to the fight against cancer. Since 2008, Major League Baseball, its fans, players, and coaches have delivered a powerful, determined message that we, together, will defeat cancer.
I'm Matt Damon.
I'm Candace Patton.
Joe Manganiello.
Jordana Brewster.
Zachary Levi.
I'm Uzo Aduba.
Cancer has in some way touched all of us.
So join Major League Baseball and Stand Up to Cancer as we stand in honor of all loved ones affected by this disease.
Visit standuptocancer.org/MLD.
Stand up with us.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things many of us take for granted. Yet for many United States military veterans, finding and affording oral health care is a challenge. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. Will you volunteer to help people like Richard, a U.S. naval veteran who suffered severe PTSD after his service? He was left homeless for a period of time, and his oral and overall health are suffering. Because of congressional limitations, the VA can't provide the dental health he needs. Through our Will You See One Vet program, we focus on helping U.S. military veterans like Richard. Now we are seeking more general dentists and specialists to donate treatment to at least one veteran with special needs. When you volunteer with DLN's program to see one vet, we handle the details so you can focus on the care. If you are a dentist or know a dentist, please share this message and help us make a difference in the life of a veteran in need. Visit willyouseeonevet.org to learn more. That's willyouseeonevet.org.
KQFM Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, buddy, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and I believe for the first time since 2019, no, that's not right, 2020, early 2020, Randy and I are in the same room.
Well, I think I was back earlier this year.
Were you?
Yeah, for a little while.
You know I drink a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so for the first time since earlier this year, Randy and I are in the same room. I wish that was louder. 888-368-1580.
If only we could do some sort of sound checks.
Yeah, I asked for one. About 15 minutes ago, but you refused. So what am I supposed to do?
Sorry.
Anyway, so good to have you here, Randy, and good to have all you people out there in the fourth dimension listening. And before we start the show, there's a thing I want to talk about real fast with the charity Arizona Sports Angels.
Hey, all right, big news here. Big news.
Oh no, not that big of news. It's a cool thing.
This is grandiose news here,
Not
ladies
huge.
and gentlemen.
We were able to take care of, this is a weird coincidence. We were able to take care of an elementary school in Mesa. They had a request for some playground equipment. Evidently, I guess their budget, they didn't have any money for anything. And they're like, hey, if we can get like 10 basketballs, 10 soccer balls, maybe some tether balls, anything you can give us, boy, we could sure use it.
Yeah.
And so, of course, we scrambled and put together everything we could and got them exactly what they asked for: 10 basketballs, 10 soccer balls, 4 tether balls, and brand new, and a soccer goal net for the little ones. And we took it over there to the elementary school today and gave it to these teachers to use for the kids, which was really great. And the reason I bring this up is the money that has been donated to ArizonaSportsAngels.org. Well, that is how we made this happen.
Yeah.
So as you guys.
How awesome is that? Good job, Jeffco.
And here's the, no, it's my wife. But here is the coincidence. Here's the coincidence. It was Salk Elementary School in Mesa. And back 1.5 million years ago, that's where my little sister went to school when we first moved here. Yeah, back in 1984, something like that. So, it was kind of weird to hear that name again. That's Jonas Salk is the guy who invented, what was that?
Milk.
Was that polio vaccine?
He invented milk.
Some vaccine or something.
Pretty sure it was milk.
That was a blast from the past for me. But here's a couple of the teachers with some of the equipment right there that was delivered by my beautiful wife, and they were very happy to have it for the kids. And so, and yes, last night I was in the garage. Why can't these kids pump these up themselves? Why do I have to do this?
Man, Jeffrey,
Don't they have a pump? How hard is it to get a pump? A kid to pump.
You know for a fact, as soon as those kids get that ball, they're going to be all, let's go, let's play.
Yeah, I never had seen a new tetherball before in my life.
Yeah.
I just thought that they showed up on the playground and were there for 98 years and were these weather torn up things we play with when we were kids.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting to air one up and mess with it. So I just want to thank you guys, all you people out there who donate occasionally or every now and then, or have done so in the past, that helped us fulfill this. Now, there's a lot more work to be done. We have a lot of inventory that you guys have donated. Also, we just don't have the manpower, and sometimes it's just a matter of timing. Also, making sure that nobody's being shady. We want to make sure whatever you've donated gets into the hands of a kid, not into the trunk of some guy who works for the schools. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's part of the process too. So hanging in there, getting it done, and helping out wherever we can along the way. But the whole reason I even brought this up was just to thank you guys who have donated to Arizona Sports Angels as we've gone along here, because it makes a huge difference. So now there's some kids who are going to be out there playing basketball, playing soccer, instead of just kicking rocks on the playground.
Man, that's so cool. I can just kind of envision right now in my foggy mind's eye, those kids out there screaming and laughing and chasing the ball around and having all sorts of fun. Good. Yeah. Good for Arizona Sports Angels. Good for you for being a part of it.
Well, and good for you for being a part of it too, Randy. And by the way, it's the weather is getting to be just right for recess. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Now you can go run around out there and not have a damn heat stroke.
No kidding. Yeah.
Today is November 10th, and it is also the Marine Corps' birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Marine Corps.
Semper Fi!
Hoorah! Yeah, as what they say. Hoorah! And I was not sure why. I guess that's only been around since 1953. Hoorah! And it was really? First introduced into the vernacular of recruits. And, that's when they first started just saying it. Was back in 1953. I thought that had been around longer. Hoorah!
Yeah, that's interesting. 53, huh?
Yeah.
Who brought that into being?
I don't know. Some guy. I have no idea. It didn't say.
Just wondering if it was some, general that brought it in.
You know what I'm going to say? It was Arlie Ermy. Remember that old coot from the Platoon movie? And also he used to do this. He's passed away, I think, since. But he used to do this show on the History Channel. Gunny. They called him Gunny.
Yeah.
And that guy was awesome. And so I'm just going to say he made it up.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I don't know if he was even that old, but in my head, he made that up. So it was 1775. Just like 8 months before the Declaration of Independence, when they formed this, the Continental Marines, and they had a specific task. So now here we are, 246 years later, winning battles, kicking ass, taking names.
Yep, first in, last out.
That's right. So happy birthday, Marine Corps, and all you guys out there who have served. We thank you. Of course, tomorrow is Veterans Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
we're gonna have to do something whiz bang on the daily blender for the
like
veteran.
what would we do?
I don't know. We've got to do some sort of special whiz bang thing.
Well, I'm open to ideas.
All right. Well, let me. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk when we get off the air, probably.
You can handle the bang. I'll do the whiz.
Post production.
I have no idea what that means.
Mm.
Anyways, Hefty Lefty says, "Good job, everyone. Let's keep it up and get those kids out there playing again."
Yeah, let's do it.
That's right. We can't do it without you guys. C-Hack says, "If you need transportation help, I have a truck and a trailer. I'm available if you need me." You know what, C-Hack? I'm going to write that down and I will keep that in mind. I appreciate that that offer of help. I no longer have my man truck.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I traded my man truck in for a super
muscle car,
super fun muscle car. I need to go buy like a work truck. You know what I mean? A fun truck, something I can help out with and also ride through people's yards with.
Why not? Why not?
It's one of those things. 888-368-1580. So last night, two good things happened, Randy.
Two good things.
Two good things happened.
All right.
ASU won a basketball game.
Hey.
GCU won a basketball game.
Hey.
And I mean, let's just take the W's and be happy with them, even though these are one of those early season tune-up games that if you had not won, you'd have a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, I was watching the GCU basketball game on. I think they were on Channel 45 last night. Barry Butel on the call.
Oh yeah,
and so they look pretty good. They've got a couple of ASU transfers that are now on the team.
Right.
They look pretty good. I don't know, Keon, did you get a chance to see any of the game or listen to it?
I did. Yeah, I was running the board for it, so
I heard the whole thing.
I heard the whole thing, and
you probably heard a few minutes of the game then.
All the pregame and postgame stuff too, and it's a really fun team. I mean, they shoot the ball incredibly well. Probably could have done a little bit better from the free throw line, and the fact that they still won by 20 just tells you just where this team is at.
Well, to your point and Michael Potter's point yesterday when he was on with us, they had 24, maybe 25 turnovers in their exhibition game. Well, they got that under control. They only had 13 last night. Still, maybe a little higher than you want.
Still
but
a bit much.
Automatically, a great improvement.
Yeah, and it's something that they're going to iron out. And one of the reasons for the turnovers is they're just so deep that Coach Drew has just a bunch of lineups he can toy with.
Yeah.
And so there's a little bit of chemistry that needs to be built there too. But it's going to be fun when they sort it out.
I love that ASU had some players defect and run over to GCU. Not that I don't have love for ASU. I do, but they have plenty. You know what I mean? They have plenty.
They'll be okay.
GCU certainly could use that help, and what a fun place to go and play. But listen, we all knew that Grambling State never had a chance because look at this. Your best player last night for GCU was Jovan Blackshirt Jr. Best player for them, Gabe McLaughlin. So, that's sorry.
Gabe McLaughlin is a
timeout. I read that off the sheet wrong. That's one of ours. Oh crap. Can we rewind the show?
Can't walk that back, can you?
Well, Gabe McLaughlin. That's actually a pretty cool name too. I had to make a voice to make it seem like it wasn't. Then I realized, oh crap, that's one of ours. Okay, never mind.
He had an awesome game also.
Give me a name of another guy I can mock. It's Grambling State. I don't think that people go there can even afford names. So
just hang on there for a second.
I don't know. I got to do something here. I just painted myself in there. Sorry, Gabe McLaughlin. I was only mocking because I thought you were one of them.
We mock because we love.
No, we mock because we don't care. We apologize because we love. Anyway, so yes, it was a game they should have won, and they totally won. But ASU only won by 16 against this made-up school from Oregon, Portland State, Portland, whatever the hell it is.
It's just Portland.
It doesn't matter. But yeah. That game was a little closer at times than you should be with a no-name team from a no-name college.
It's their first game for the Sun Devils. They had to get out there and kind of get their chemistry going, try to get on the same page with everybody. I think as the season progresses, they'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about this.
I hope Gabe McLaughlin is not listening.
Well, if he was, he is no longer listening.
He's on the way over right now. Bing, bong. I'm Gabe McLaughlin. Oh, dang, I had it coming. But no, I mean, throughout the game with ASU, I mean, early on at least, hell, Portland even took the lead a couple of times. It was never in any doubt what was going to happen, but there early on, until about, I don't know, close to the half, ASU started to pull away, and then they did handily after that.
Well, I mean, but that seems to be the story every year. I think that these smaller schools are starting to catch up to some of these big schools. Last night, there was some really interesting games, and there were some upsets, wasn't there, Keon? As far as basketball goes, I mean, they're getting these programs going, and they had a couple of small schools that put the hurt on the big schools. Ohio State, which was in the dance last year, I think. Well, you might say the.
No, I don't want to. I realized what I was doing. I stopped.
Ohio State University, they got out by the skin of their teeth last night. So they almost got defeated by a smaller team.
Gabe McLaughlin.
Yeah. There you go.
Just trying to make
That'll
it up
make
to
it
him.
Yep.
But at Portland, no nothing, nobody state should not have been within 16 of ASU. And by the way, I need to know the names of the two guys that left ASU and ran over to GCU.
One of them was Cherry, and I can't think of.
It was Kamani Lawrence, one of them, or not. I don't know. That was the guy who had 19 points last night for ASU. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the wrong. I'm just going to stop. I'm a mess right now. I give up. I had the wrong sheet in front of me. Now I got the wrong people. Kamani Lawrence, that is an ASU player, not a GCU player. I'm just going to go ahead and just do this. Can I get this away from me before I hurt somebody?
Holland Woods defected from ASU.
Who was the other one?
Holland Woods the second.
So I want to kind of follow how they do.
Randy's right. Tayshaun Cherry is the other guy.
Okay. We'll just leave that there. Mile High guy says, Semper Fi, Blender. Semper Fi, Mile High. Blissful Hayes says, happy birthday to all the women out there named Maureen. Okay, that's not what this is. It's nobody named Mooring. It's the Marine Corps' birthday. Hefty Lefty says, nice save, Jeffrey. Mars Bars 805 says, happy West Coast Wednesday.
No, it's Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah, he just made that crap up. We're not doing that. It ain't no West Coast nothing. This is Arizona, punk. He says, good job to everybody who donated. Hey, how can I donate? Well, it's easy. You go to arizonasportsangels.org, and there's a link there you can click on. If there's something wrong with it, let me know, because occasionally, inexplicably, it breaks. But anyways, that's how you do it, arizonasportsangels.org. And he says, how about the Blue Devils versus number 10 Kentucky? And he says, great show. Let's have Whiskey Wednesday with an 805. Well, now you got it right. So how about them Blue Devils with number 10 Kentucky?
I actually didn't get to see that game. That was on while I was here, but I can't help it. You pointed to me, and I'm like, well, somebody.
You could just say, yeah, how about that? We could just move on. But you had to stop everything, and oh Lord.
Well, I thought we had some because Randy seemed to know some stuff. So I was like,
I saw highlights of the Duke Kentucky game. Typical. Coach K coming out with his final season that he took on the Duke Blue Devils, took on the Wildcats, and I can't think of his name right now. The coach is 0-3 against Coach K in opening games. So
John Calipari.
Yeah, is it Calipari? Is that his name? Maybe. Anyway, it was a good game. We saw some early stars, some early talent starting to put on, shake the rust off and get going.
How about that, Mars Bars 805? Okay. So I'm sure you all have heard that Nikola Jokic, he got suspended for a game for his dust up with Markieff Morris. Morris and Jimmy Butler, they only got fined. So Morris got fined $50,000 for his two flagrant fouls that started the whole thing. Jimmy Butler for jibber jabbering and trying to call out a fight with a guy who was already about a mile away from him, in between them about 90 people. Jimmy Butler, you so brave. Anyway, he got fined $30,000 for that. Jokic, however, he got suspended for a game. He'll miss the game against Indiana. okay, that's I guess that's not so bad, but I honestly don't think that's right. I think if you're going to suspend Jokic, you got to suspend Markieff Morris.
Absolutely.
Not just because I don't like him, but
He
fair is
instigated
fair.
it. He absolutely started it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He threw himself into Nikola Jokic. That's a dangerous play.
Yeah.
And he does it all the time. So the NBA likes to do their thing with prior history. You have to suspend him. This is a guy that's been doing this. And, I think that's
the Morris brothers are punk ass bitches. Okay. Let's just make that clear. And yesterday I came out strong against them. Yes, there is a history. One of them did hit on my wife at a Costco gas station, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is that guy, he put a hit on Jokic, then he turned his back on him. Like, okay, like I just got away with that. And that's not cool at all. That ain't right. And Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal agree with me. They're both saying, you can't hit somebody, turn your back, and expect nothing is going to happen, because that wasn't a simple foul that Markieff Morris did. Yeah. That was a flagrant foul.
Absolutely.
That was, starting something. And this is the thing that sometimes is aggravating in life. You're in an argument with somebody and then they turn around and make the, you respond to them, and then they make the argument about the fact that you responded to them arguing with you. You're wrong. You're all of a sudden wrong just because you were like arguing back. Jokic hit him back. Oh no, he's wrong. He's so wrong. Why? Well, do you see what happened? Well, that was a lot of acting on the part of Markieff Morris when
100%.
He flailed his neck back and was lying on the ground. I can't get up. Bring out a stretcher.
Hands over his face like, someone punched him in it, which no one did.
It was just horrific. And I can't believe usually the NBA gets stuff right. This, they did not get right. This is wrong. I don't mind if you want to suspend Jokic, but yeah, you definitely got to suspend Markieff Morris. And that was, you could also look at the baloney that was on the court. You could see it. He was full of crap. Oh, is he on the injury report this today? Is Markieff Morris?
I have not seen anything of Markieff Morris being
injured.
Where
can we send flowers?
I mean, of course he wasn't injured. And I also think if you're going to find Jimmy Butler, you should find the Miami Heat team. They were standing outside the Denver Nuggets locker room after the game. Yep. None of you who would do anything in the moment, obviously, but you want to be tough guys at the end of the game and hang out in the locker room like you're going to square out in the hallway. Whatever. That entire team, bunch of punks, just all of them.
Yeah. So justice was not served in this case. Yeah, and listen, Jokic is going to admit, he's going to say, I shouldn't have done that. He's like, I saw the video and I saw how his neck went, and he's like, that was dangerous what I did. I shouldn't have done that. He knew he blew his top a little bit at that moment, but I don't blame him. And you know what? That is a good idea, because if you don't respond when somebody's bullying you like that, everybody's going to do that to you. Everybody's going to do that. Well, they got to think twice. So anyway, I felt better when the guys from the TNT broadcast all agreed with me that it was garbage. It was garbage what Markieff Morris did. Yeah. Well, and it was garbage that Jokic got suspended. All across the board, this whole thing was handled horrifically.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because the NBA has a pretty good record of handling things correctly.
Yeah.
I think they didn't take enough time, and I think they should have reviewed the tape a little more. And I think they would have seen that what Morris got away with should have been handled a little more severely.
Hefty Lefty says, I'm actually pretty fine with the punishments for this. I'm glad Jokic only got one game. Wish Morris had got one too, but the retaliation always does get punished worse.
That is true.
I'm just glad they didn't overreact in the punishment like the NBA sometimes does. They underreacted. There should have been a little bit more for Morris. That's all I'm saying. All right, we got to take a break, and I have to burp. So when we come back, Robert Sarver's wife has now gotten into the act. This is it's getting harder and harder to not pick a side the way things are going. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Simple Green is perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new. SimpleGreen.com.
College basketball underway. Gonzaga, again, the favorite to win a national championship, plus 550. Michigan behind them at plus 800, followed by UCLA at plus 1,000, Kentucky at plus 1,200, and Kansas, Duke, and Memphis each at plus 1,400. The PGA Tour moves on to Houston this week. The Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Houston Open underway Thursday. Sam Burns, the odds-on favorite at plus 1,600, followed by Scotty Scheffler at plus 1,800, Sungjae Im, Cameron Smith, and Matthew Wolff each at plus 2,200. Thursday night football tomorrow. The Ravens on the road facing the Dolphins. Baltimore a 7.5-point road favorite. The over-under 46.5. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
Happy holidays don't just happen on their own. You make them happen with a little help from new appliances at the Home Depot. Because warm wishes won't roast that turkey. You'll want a new convection oven for that. An air fryer will help make the season light and delicious. And while you're at it, consider a new LG or Samsung fridge that's big enough to hold all kinds of Christmas cheer. Make the holidays yours with the season's best savings on top appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hi, my name is Ted, and a little thing I love about the Chick-Fil-A Peppermint Chip Shake is when the Peppermint Shake is available, that's to me sort of announces that the holiday season is here. I guess most people count down the days until Christmas, but me, I count down the days until the shake comes out.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue.
Share a peppermint chip milkshake from Chick-fil-A this holiday. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
Time for some smart saving. Make their dreams their reality.
I'm Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee. Whatever your little one dreams of becoming, a doctor, a chef, a firefighter, they're going to need a plan and savings. Open an AZ 529 education savings plan, and you will be able to pay for their future education. Visit az529.gov and start saving to make their dream job come true.
Now that's smart saving. Sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona.
Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia
Keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene.
You need to tune in
to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com. If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online,
you'd better have a good excuse.
Yeah. We've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast, commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love.
Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk.
And you'll love every bit of it.
Very well. Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Get it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
It's David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's sports betting station. Better get your apps out, get them ready. You got Ravens at Dolphins for your Thursday night football. That is 6 p.m. now that the time has changed on Thursday. Sunday morning, we got Saints at Titans. Sunday night, we got Chiefs at Raiders. And then next Monday night, we have Rams at 49ers here on 1580 The Fanatic. Yeah, I was listening to that commercial break, and the guy's like, oh, I don't even know when it's Christmas until I get the peppermint. I'm a girly shake over there at what's his place. I'm like, I automatically hate you for that, right? I
Can't wait for that shake to come out.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Whatever. But, the one that I'm interested in hearing about still, and somebody brought this up on the text line yesterday, and I thought they were making crap up. Turns out it's true. There is going to be a French fry flavored vodka at Arby's. Because you ever been drinking your martini and thought, well, this is nice, but I'd like this to taste a little more like some French fries.
Got to be kidding me,
Why?
right?
Why can't I have that? There are 2 French fry flavored craft vodkas on the way. It's from Minnesota. It's called Tattersall, and they're going to get together with Arby's and make this stuff. I don't know why, but the 2 flavors are crinkle fry and curly fry, and they'll be released in limited quantities next Thursday for $60 a bottle. So if you want to get your hands on it, you better go to arbysvodka.com and hope you can get your hand on a bottle. But why would you do that to your mouth?
I don't know. And I always ask this question whenever something gets made that I don't understand why it's here.
Nobody
Who asked for this.
Nobody
Who
asked
did?
for it.
I don't know. But there has to be some kind of, nerd sitting in an office somewhere, pushing up his glasses on his nose going,
Why do you
well,
say that right when I'm adjusting my glasses? The hell's wrong with you?
Are you in a boardroom somewhere calculating the numbers?
No, I
of
feel like I've
who
been
is
called a
liable?
nerd because I wear glasses just as
No.
I adjusted.
No, not everybody who wears glasses is a nerd. This particular nerd wears glasses. I am sure. It's also broken in the middle. They've taped it together.
You
They've
seen
got
him
a
yesterday. He rolled his eyes.
pocket protector.
I think he's getting used to
I
it.
think we're just starting to understand who Keanu really is.
I didn't roll my eyes at you on
You totally
purpose.
did. You totally. Well, it doesn't matter. You did.
I'm pretty sure he's getting used to it.
I guess so. What were you saying that was not important to us?
This guy in his pocket protector and his tape holding his glasses together. He's nothing like you. This is a hypothetical.
Oh, so you're saying I'm an idiot? I couldn't have a job like that where I could sit there and I could.
If you were the guy,
God,
Jeff, if you were the guy that came up with the French fry flavored vodka, you would be an idiot. You
no,
would
that's
be.
true. That's actually a fair point. I would be an idiot if I came up with that. I don't think we'll ever see that again. But you know who came up with something we did need and did want and do think is a good idea, but they didn't have to. Remember on the Family Guy, they did a thing about putting butter on Pop-Tarts. They had a big musical number about it. Put butter on your Pop-Tarts, and I don't know what the premise was, but they certainly did that. And now Pop-Tarts has realized, I think some people put butter on these Pop-Tarts. So we're going to sell some butter that goes with the Pop-Tarts. And they are saying, hey, put the butter in the Pop-Tart. So they got together with Banner Butter, and they're releasing a limited run of Pop-Tart branded butters that will go with your flavor of Pop-Tarts.
Banner Butter?
Banner Butter for your Pop-Tarts. 6 butters they're selling are chocolate, strawberry, sea salt, cinnamon, and I don't know what this is, cardamom and ginger, honey habanero, balsamic fig.
What about just normal butter?
That's what I'm saying. Just put your own butter
again with all this crap.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have just normal butter?
Because this costs $25 and you get a kit with all 6. $25 for butter.
You know what? Save that butter.
Yeah.
Stop by on the way home today.
Mm-hmm.
You go into the one of those hotels that's got the continental breakfast. Usually they leave the butter packets out. Now, without being seen and being obvious, swing in there, get yourself a handful. Now you got all the butter you need for your Pop-Tarts.
Or just use the butter you already have in your fridge. Don't steal. And do it that way.
No, you get the butter in the packets.
That's stealing.
And no, it's not.
It is stealing if you're not staying at the hotel.
They give it away every day.
They're not giving it away. That's courtesy for the people who are staying there.
And you get the packets. And
I can't get
open
behind
them
this.
up.
It's
Put
larceny.
them on your Pop-Tart in one of those toaster oven
Grand
things.
larceny.
Oh, that'll be nice then.
Grand butter larceny right there. That's don't steal butter from hotels you're not staying at. But if you are staying, help yourself to every last piece. Just pull it right off the counter into your bag, and that's all you need to do. Just use regular butter. This is kind of dumb that they're selling butter specifically for Pop-Tarts.
It's not even butter. You know what you tell? Fig, ginger. What is this business?
I don't know.
Cardamom. Look, I
don't know what a cardamom is.
It is a spice. I've seen it in the store. I don't know what it tastes like or
Never
what it
heard
does
of it.
because I've never used it.
I'm 59 years old. I've never heard of it.
But I just think you're going too far. Clearly, you've made like 16 flavors of butter.
Right.
If
That's what I'm trying
at
to
max,
say.
just make 3.
Yeah, you just need butter flavored butter. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I don't understand it either, but they're just trying to get some attention. Now they've got it. Okay. But here's the thing. If you want butter on your Pop-Tart, you've already been doing it for God knows how many years. Enjoy your life. Whatever happens. Boogie says butter even tastes better when you steal it from hotels. See, that is wrong.
That's what I keep trying to tell you guys.
I cannot support this. It is wrong. Straight Striper says, Would you rather taste the Arby's vodka or wear this promo I got from KFC? You got a bottle of Colonel Sanders Extra Crispy Sunscreen, SPF 30. Smells like chicken. I would rather have that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that because it's funny.
And you wouldn't have to eat it.
Yeah.
Plus, you'd walk around smelling like fried chicken. Just walking on the beach, just confusing people.
Yeah.
It seems interesting.
Yeah, and nobody is sad that, hey, wait, where's the chicken? Oh, he must have eaten it. I think that's awesome, Straight Striper. Where do you get all this fun stuff? Hefty Lefty says, damn, Keon, what do you have against nerds with glasses? I thought you were an ally to nerd culture movement. I think your true colors are showing a little bit.
Wow, Keon.
By the way, he says, I have empathy for the shake guy. Every day is so similar for him that he doesn't know what day or week or month it is until peppermint shakes hit his gullet. I have no empathy for that man.
He only knows what time it is once a year, and that's when the peppermint shake is at Chick-Fil-A or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like the lit women are like, oh, pumpkin spice. It's pumpkin spice time of year. Just stop it. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup, fellas? Big shout out to all vets. Big thank you for your service and thank you for our freedom, USA. You're a day early. I mean,
yeah, it's tomorrow.
Any day is a good day to say that.
Yeah, anytime.
Absolutely.
Right.
But it's tomorrow. Kiss the Cook says, there was a guy. Oh, wait. There was a guy who sucks as a coach. His banjo was his name. Oh, B-A-N-G-O? Oh, Bango. What the hell is he talking about? Who's Banjo? Bango, whoever he's talking about. I'm not singing the whole thing if I don't know what the hell I'm singing about.
As a coach?
Yeah, who's that? Who's Bango or Banjo?
Bango. Bango?
I'll look into it. I don't know.
This is gonna be a weird show.
Who's the is Sean Sweaty is yeah.
We're whispering right now.
Is Sean Sweaty still down at the U of A?
No, he's gone.
So is that the new U of A?
Maybe he could be.
The Bango.
Hey, Keon. Just want to see if he turned our mics up. Hey, is that the coach for you, Arizona?
That is what I am trying to figure out right now.
Okay. Did he roll his eyes when I asked him that?
No, but he turned real slow.
Yeah.
Like you see, I'm
sarcastic.
Busy. Yeah.
Oh, great. I have to look up something else.
Like, wait, what? You're reading so much into all of my movements.
I have a witness now. Big George says, hey, when that peppermint shake and chicken tortilla soup arrives at Chick-fil-A, it doesn't necessarily signal me the holidays are upon us. It does tell me that winter is finally here. It's not kind of the same thing, George. You're making me sad in my head.
You can't beat a good chicken tortilla soup, though, especially when it's really cold outside.
I've never had any.
Really?
Never had.
Oh, you got to have the legitimate.
It bugs me. It's like,
tortilla soup.
don't get the tortilla wet by putting it in the soup. Give me
You ask your wife, and she will make you some
mind your
tortilla
business. I
soup.
don't want to.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Chalupa head basketball coach is Tommy Lloyd.
What the hell
Tommy
are you
Lloyd.
talking about there? Whoever the hell that was that said it, and I've already scrolled past it. 602 Pats fan says, hey, is Odell a Patriot yet? That is the word on the street that is a very prime spot. They have asked about him. There has been contact. Bill Belichick is interested in Odell Beckham Jr. I told you the other day, Land of Misfits toys are the Patriots and the Buccaneers. They kind of run that same sort of thing. So it will be interesting, but a lot of people are saying, nope, OBJ is going to the Saints.
Well, as about 6 hours ago.
Which
on CBSSports.com.
What is the sales pitch for Sean Payton and Trevor Siemian? Because you can't have left Baker Mayfield, who you thought was not a very good quarterback, only to jump into the arms of Trevor Siemian. That is a nonsensical move.
In the future, it will be Jameis Winston again.
Yeah. Is he trying to be on a contender this year?
No. Okay. Understand. The Saints are probably the most likely to actually hire him. The other teams, maybe not so much. And then you got to also understand that suddenly these teams are like, all right, Odell, what do you say you come over here? And he's like, okay, why don't you pay me this? Hello? What happened to the phone? What happened to the phone?
Are you there?
Yeah. So he's probably going to be asking for more money than he should. And they're going to be trying to get him for less money than he thinks he should have. So yeah, it's going to be a minute. It was either going to happen immediately or now it's going to take a minute.
Well, again, as I was saying, CBSSports.com about 6 hours ago, the Packers are going to make an offer, according to this.
Really? 6 hours ago. Well, if it hadn't happened, it hadn't happened.
Brian Diardo is the guy who authored this article here. Packers to make an offer. Wide receiver hones in on 3 teams. Pats, Seattle, in touch per sources.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of rumors floating and flying around, but it was either going to happen fast or it was going to take a certain amount of time, and mostly because his expectations are probably higher than they should be. So I guess we'll see how this the whole thing plays out. In the meantime, we were sitting here contemplating Arby's vodka, butter for your Pop-Tarts. What we really should be thinking is about the thing that'll make everybody's Thanksgiving better. The thing that makes the most damn sense, what we all need, is a gravy fountain. Look at that. Now, you've seen these as chocolate fountains and other kinds of fountains.
Yeah.
Nothing makes more sense than a gravy fountain. How's that?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that something right there?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't have a story that goes with it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, you can get that at Bed Bath and Beyond Manly. $69 for a 3-tier gravy fountain. Just saying.
Does it have to be gravy, or can that fountain be used for many other things?
Well, what else would you put in there?
Whiskey.
Whiskey fountain. You, my friend, are an innovator.
And on a Whiskey Wednesday.
Yep.
Well, see, here's the only thing. I love the idea, but I'd be afraid how much would evaporate. I don't want to have the whiskey evaporate in the process.
Jeffrey, we're talking about whiskey.
Yeah, it won't last long.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely getting this one. I'm definitely getting this one.
I mean, if it just is a gravy fountain, I don't want it. But if it's a multi-purpose used fountain,
okay.
I'm thinking
Okay,
about
Randy.
getting me
I'm satisfied enough.
10
with
or
gravy.
12 bottles of whiskey.
Okay, Randy. Okay.
My standards are low.
Oh my God.
Hear me out.
Life just got better.
Hear me out. So what you do, Thanksgiving dinner,
yeah,
you got gravy.
Yeah.
After dinner, you got to clean it. What better way than with whiskey? It will sanitize the whole thing and alcohol. And then right after dinner, it's a whiskey fountain.
But you get some of that chunks of that hard, you see that dried up gravy in your whiskey. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah. Okay, so you need to have 2 fountains, one for the whiskey, one for the gravy.
Now we're talking.
Trying to save you some money, but maybe some things are worth spending money on.
Yes.
Gravy / whiskey fountains.
There we go.
You can get it at Walmart too for like $65. So, all right, we have to take a break. And when we come back, let's talk about how Robert Sarver's wife should not have clicked send. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's Macy's Black Friday one-day sale with incredible deals of the day while supplies last. Like 40 to 50% off designer handbags to complete any look. Get 70% off cozy down comforters. And make cleanup a breeze with Shark canister vacs, just $209.99. Plus, Star Rewards members earn rewards even faster during Star Money bonus days going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
FanDuel Fan Fest is coming to Scottsdale, and you can be there for free. Don't miss your chance to hang out with sports legends and see live performances by Griffin and Nelly. Plus, play games and win prizes. Enjoy delicious food trucks, kick back in the beer garden, and a whole lot more. To get your 2 free tickets, place any bet of $20 or more at FanDuel Sportsbook app. New to FanDuel? Sign up now using promo code FANFEST, and you'll also get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. FanDuel FanFest. It's the hottest party in sports. Presented by Lionsgate American Underdog, and it all goes down Saturday, December 11th at West World of Scottsdale. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app or visit FanDuel.com/FanFest to get your 2 free tickets right now. 21 plus and present in Arizona. Opt-in required for existing users. Refund for new users is issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/FanFest. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Business people like it honest and to the point. So here it is. Take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save you up to 80% on that monthly electric bill. Level your energy costs and protect yourself from inflation. There, Bruce Jacobs telling you straight and to the point. Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go online to harmonsolar.com.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time. Like right now. Or right now. Or even now. Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's sports betting station. And, of course, Randy, this Friday, last race setup of the season.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And where you're going to wrap up everything, I guess, that happened over this last year.
Yeah, Chief and I welcome Jeff Striegel back for one more time in this 2021 season. We'll talk about the season that was. We will put the wraps on Phoenix, and looking ahead, there are some changes to the 2022 NASCAR calendar, one of them being the Clash race, which is going to take place in a football stadium, the LA Coliseum. That's where they're going to have this preseason race, and it's going to be like a short track. It's going to be
question. Will there be a game happening as they race?
I don't believe so.
It would be much better if they did.
Well, you're probably right. You're probably right.
You know, if you're going to do it in a football stadium.
Yeah.
That's a very small area.
Yeah, it's a short track. And traditions of NASCAR, people love short track racing. And so that's how they're going to have this preseason. Then everybody's going to leave Los Angeles and head across country to Daytona, Florida. And they're going to get ready for the Daytona 500.
All right. So there you go. Tune in to the race setup on Friday at 6 p.m. Right before the GCU game. And you know what? We'll have to start the race setup at 5:45 because the GCU starts at 6:45.
Hey.
So thanks, Randy. You just gave us 15 minutes off.
Anything I could do to help out, guys. Anytime. Anytime.
So tonight you've got your 1-10 Coyotes playing the Minnesota Wild at home. Sure, those tickets are really expensive.
Yeah.
Good luck getting in. I'm sure it's sold out.
You're going to do this all year, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't want to. Doesn't feel good, but some things, man.
Hey.
Oh my God, it's actually being broadcasted on TNT. But there's a basketball game on tonight. Okay, anyway, but the Trail Blazers are coming to town to play the Suns. Yeah, your 6-3 Suns. That is happening tonight as well. And speaking of the Suns, I'm sure you guys have all heard that Robert Sarver's wife has lost her damn mind.
Is it because has she lost her mind though?
I guess you could look at it one way or the other. If she is right and Robert Sarver is completely innocent, well, then you can't blame her for being upset and going out and saying stuff. Or this came across as threatening to one of the people that she sent an email to.
Yeah.
The email says, please put your hatred aside and realize the hurt you're causing by spreading lies and fabrications. Is your time in the spotlight that important? If something happens to one of my children, I will hold you and Earl Watson personally responsible.
Wow.
Think about your own child for a second and imagine the tables turned. That kind of sounds like a threat.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It reads like a threat. Like you said, if she believes, I do think she believes he's innocent. And so she's trying to defend her husband. But I do think that had she thought about this, she might have maybe asked the lawyers first, and the lawyers would have said, no,
don't do this.
It's a very bad idea.
So we only know about a handful of former Suns employees that got these. Very possibly more were sent out than we even know about. Another person, she was just accusing them of crushing her family's lives. Another person was called a complete liar, and you're trying to destroy my husband with your lies. You have destroyed my family and children. She's being very dramatic about this.
Incredibly hyperbolic.
And, but if anything, that's the sort of thing that makes people want to speak up even more if there is indeed truth to all these allegations. So and I'd never really heard of her before. So I kind of looked up Robert Sarver to see who his wife was, and the name is Penny Sanders. And then I saw something that really shook me to the core. Maybe you guys know this, but this was the first time I've seen this.
Okay.
Robert Sarver, Arizona graduates.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Wow.
Just going to leave it there.
That's hard.
Just going to leave it there.
So you're saying somehow the two are entwined?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It just bears mentioning. So if Robert Sarver is an innocent man, wow, what his wife is doing is ill-advised. If Robert Sarver is guilty as hell, what his wife is doing, ill-advised. This is just a hugely bad idea.
Yeah.
And if anything, is more likely to tilt the public sentiment towards these allegations being real.
I wonder if Robert Sarver knew this was taking place.
I can't imagine.
Like he knew his wife was emailing these people?
Right.
I can't imagine that. And
threatening them through her?
And the reason why is because from the moment that the accusations dropped, he's been in lockstep with his legal team. They were able to deny the accusations within 15 minutes of the original tweet saying that the story was coming down the pike. They were able to get into that story and be able to explain their side of things every step of the way. I can't imagine that he knew this was happening.
When Zach Wilson's mom says, hey, maybe don't. Now you know you've posted too much.
Even I would do that.
Yeah, this is just what a world we live in nowadays. Back in the past, you just say, all right, circle the wagons. Nobody talks to the press. There wasn't email. There wasn't social media. There wasn't Insta this or Facebook that or anything else. So now you're faced with, this huge crisis. And over here, because it's easy to do, click, 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 send. Well, crap. Now things just got worse. It's a whole new world we live in.
I mean, for her to say I didn't intend anything, the suggestion that I tried to intimidate anyone is silly and wrong and outrageous when you can read her words right here. And it says, just think about this. If anything happens to my family, trust me. It'll be turned around on you, Jack.
What else is that if not a threat? If
it'll be 2 hits, my fist, your face, and you hit the ground.
I will personally hold you responsible.
And then I'm going to make out with your husband. I mean, she's a bully in these. I get it being exasperated. I get it reaching out and saying, please don't do this. You're ruining my husband's reputations and our lives. Okay, I understand the sentiment. I understand the feeling. Couple things. Where did she get their email addresses? She's the wife of the owner. She shouldn't be like easily into that. His little black book with the information.
That's good. Where is
she getting this? These email addresses? Again, they don't work for the Suns anymore, so these are their personal ones outside of. Unless these were direct messages in some sort of social media or something.
No, that could be.
I don't know. The whole thing just is getting worse. It is made worse by this revelation, and I look forward to seeing what happens next.
Well, where's the since this has come out, there's been nothing from Robert Sarver. Where's the response from Robert Sarver? Look, my wife is wanting to protect our family. She is hurt by this. She's upset by this. And, I apologize if it came across any other way except that.
Well, if what is about Robert Sarver could be true, then he'll come out with a statement saying, we noticed the bottle of cooking sherry missing. And
no, I mean, where is Robert Sarver's response?
My guess is because the legal team has been so involved, they basically just went, don't even acknowledge it. And maybe that's not the right decision either. Like, I think you're right, Randy, to say that she's distraught because this is clearly a personal issue. And she went out and tried to clear the air. She shouldn't have done that, but she did because people are emotional about their family.
Robert Sarver, the minute this came to light and all this stuff became a thing, he was basically typing into WebMD, this pain in my head. Is there any way it's not an aneurysm or a tumor? This is just the worst thing that could possibly happen at this moment for him.
He opened up his computer or he looked on his phone, saw the story, and just turned it back off.
Just turned it off, walked away. He's like, no matter what happens, I'm still a billionaire. No matter what happens, I'm still a billionaire.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. What if it was Robert Sarver who grabbed her computer because he had their information?
So you're saying that Robert
he's
Sarver,
the sender of those emails, playing the part of trying to manipulate people. Wow.
he went in there.
Conspiracy.
Boy, that's something to think about there.
You know,
I mean,
she drifts off because, as I just said, she drank a bottle of cooking sherry, and she drifts off into sleep. And he just grabs her computer, you know, one with the flowers, and the pixies on it.
Well,
Send.
It would explain how he's got the emails.
I doubt that's the case, but you can't rule it out.
You can't
rule it out. Hefty Lefty says, never mess with a mother bear protecting her cubs, which in this case are bags of money. Oh, wow. This is cool. He says, by the way, you can keep your gravy fountain. How about a Viking meat ship? And he sends a picture of what a Viking meat ship looks like.
Viking meat ship.
So what it is it's like the base of a ship, and then there's a mast with the sticks across, and there's pieces of meat hanging on all, like that's the sail. Is like a charcuterie.
So what we have here is we have a whiskey fountain. Now we have a Viking meat ship. This is turning out to be the most manly damn Thanksgiving ever.
Yeah, I'm all for
it. It's a whole table. I didn't realize.
Now we got to figure out some way to extrapolate beer from a keg in a manly way on a Thanksgiving. You know, using a Thanksgiving item. You know what I mean? We have to have like a kegerator, but it's got to be like with a turkey leg on it or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Or maybe it comes out of a turkey carcass.
Like that.
There we go.
Yeah, I like your
this
thinking.
is becoming the most manly Thanksgiving ever invented.
Tell you what, maybe between now and next year, we can put together Mansgiving. Mansgiving.
Oh, I like it.
And we have the manliest Thanksgiving ever.
Mansgiving,
where we have all these little things we're talking about all in one place, and we celebrate Mansgiving.
Oh, here's another idea. In one main hall, you have one of those projector units that can break off into multiple TV screens, and every game on Thanksgiving is being portrayed on the projectors simultaneously.
Well, they only play one in a row on Thanksgiving, so we can just put like on the big.
Aren't
screen.
there college games? I guess there's not college games.
There's only
I think
NFL.
the college is the day after.
Basketball. Is there college basketball?
I think that's Christmas.
All right.
Well, whatever the case, I like your thinking. I like your thinking.
I'm trying to think outside the box here, guys.
I like the idea. Mansgiving.
Like that. Yeah.
You know, 2022.
Yeah, I like it.
We don't have time to put it together now.
No.
Yeah. Mr. Wilbur says, so does Randy just wear the green starting flag, or later does the checkered flag shirt come out? You're wearing a green shirt. It's very good. I don't know who told you he was wearing, because I thought you were blind. That's confusing to me. 1205 texts in and says, Jeffrey's Mansgiving sounds like something you'd see during Pride Month. Oh, does it sound like that? Mansgiving? I don't think it sounds like it's raining men or anything.
No.
I mean, Mansgiving.
No, it doesn't sound like that to me. I don't know.
I feel like it could be co-opted or hijacked.
Could be.
And then we'd be like, oh, crap, now we got to change the name. Yeah, keep in mind, though, 1205. 1205 is somebody who's texted in for a little bit and has never bothered to give himself a text or nickname. This whole thing about, manliness and the manstitution and the man cards, nothing to do with sexuality. We've said this a million times. It's just about if you decided to be a manly man and that's how you identify, then that's what you were held to. Some of the most manly men I've ever known have been gay, and some of the least manly men I've ever known have been straight. So sexuality does not play into it. I don't like the idea of Pride Month stealing our idea, but I don't think we have to change off of Mansgiving just because of that. So Oh, by the way, finally, 1205 has decided on his texter nickname.
What's that?
Boomtown.
Boomtown.
Boomtown. That's not bad. I like that. Boomtown. That's our first Boomtown. All right. Mystery Girl says, will there be steak at this man's giving? Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Steak, turkey.
It'll be on the Viking meat chip.
Everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
We'll have gyros. We'll have every meat you can think of, Mystery Girl. Good
Viking
thinking.
ship of meat.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Happy holidays don't just happen on their own. You make them happen with a little help from new appliances at the Home Depot. Because warm wishes won't roast that turkey. You'll want a new convection oven for that. An air fryer will help make the season light and delicious. And while you're at it, consider a new LG or Samsung fridge that's big enough to hold all kinds of Christmas cheer. Make the holidays yours with the season's best savings on top appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with your electric bill. And with all these things plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly bill? Well, you got to call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
What if I told you there's a wealth management firm that offers a 100% satisfaction guarantee? Think it doesn't exist? Think again.
Hi, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. When you start a new relationship with Compact, we'll create your customized investment portfolio and financial plan dedicated to help you reach your goals. Try us out for a year. If you're not happy for any reason, you'll get all of the management and maintenance fee that you paid refunded. This is our 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Dial pound 250 on your cell phone and use the keyword talk to Mo to find out more. Again, from your cell phone, dial pound 250, keyword talk to Mo. Satisfaction guarantee doesn't apply to fees and commissions charged by third parties for such things as insurance products or mutual fund redemptions. It also doesn't apply to any market losses which might occur in an account. For additional information regarding this guarantee, please see the disclosure brochure available at the time you enroll or upon request.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. So going into week 10, we are past the halfway point. I don't think it's too early now to look at the standings, is it?
I mean, now is when you definitely separated the fakers, you know. So the teams that are bad, that are out, they're out.
Well, how far down do you have to be a faker? Because your team is in 29th place in the standings.
They're out.
Well, mine's in 20th place. This is National Football League overall standings first.
it does depend on your division because some divisions are
Yeah,
obviously
but you're
weaker than others.
you're second place in the
Right.
South.
So my team is the Colts are in 20th overall, and Cardinals numero uno. How does that feel, Randy?
Boy, yeah, I can't believe it. Again, I'm just riding the wave of good vibes, man. I just every day I wake up and say thank you for letting me be a Cards fan this year.
Yeah, your team wins 88.9% of all their games right now.
Wow,
that's nice. My team wins 44% of all their games right now. Keon, do you even want to know?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, well, I'm going to tell you. 25%.
Okay.
25%.
It's draft time.
Yeah, but you're in the AFC North, so you still have a chance.
So in the NFC East, which is so.
What did I say?
You said AFC North.
I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I meant.
Yeah,
NFC East.
Yeah. So I'm rolling with it.
Guys, I just want to warn you. After the first hour, I was out of my mind saying the wrong names, doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
It's going to be that way the whole show. So you're going to have to help me.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes you just get thrown off early.
All right, Phil. So your Washington football team, Phil, is in the NFC East. So, Eric, what do you think of that?
Well, I've got to tell you, Randy, I feel pretty good.
Thank you. And what was that other guy's name?
Well, you had, let's see.
I'd say
several.
I'd probably bring up Adam's name, but he might nastily tweet about us again. So anyways, Keon, sorry. You guys are in last place in the NFC East.
Kaler the quitter.
But you're only one show back. I mean, I'm one show. One game back from second place.
I know what you mean. That division. This is how bad they were last.
Is this one of those? Is he having a stroke commercials? Well, you know,
here, Jeffrey.
Fish food in the banana face. Yeah. Why is this size of my face doing this?
Here, Jeffrey, you need a Snickers.
Good God, no, I need a Snickers. Oh God, a Stickers.
Stickers.
Those two.
Maybe this is a mild stroke. You know, Frankie Muniz has had like 20 mini strokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a little guy, so it's
wow.
I don't know. Big George says, Jeffrey, did you have a stroke before the show? You're sounding a lot like Dick Clark towards the end there. Oh, that was so sad. Like, no, Dick Clark, everybody loves you. Go on up there. Oh, that was. Please don't do that to my childhood idol.
No.
Don't tell, because he's a trooper. He'll go up there if he thinks America needs him. We didn't need him.
Yeah, somebody in America had to be the coach and say, I'm sorry. I know you want to play. I know you want to play. Your ankle's hurt. You can't play this.
Hang it up. Hang it up. Or at least just sit there in the crowd and it's like, hey, look here, buddy, Dick Clark. That's it. Just wave. Don't talk. I would actually go to Dick Clark, put my hand on his face, like, I'd put it on his lips and he'd be like, why are you doing this?
Oh, man.
Big George says, we need to get a special intro for the second hour from that Cardinals guy. He can say something soft and quick like he does at Cardinals games where he says softly, second down. I didn't know he did that. If we're going to do that, we should get like Al McCoy to do it. I mean, we got Jim Barnett from the Cardinals doing third hour. Well, shouldn't we get somebody from basketball or baseball? Or
man, you could get the great Al McCoy. Maybe he could do like Shazam! It's the second hour.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, if we can get him. I mean, unless he's contractually obligated to never, ever talk to us.
I don't think he has to have a contract to do that, Jeffrey.
Yeah, he probably will never even talk to us. Well, now I'm all sad.
Yeah, that's a little depressing.
Hefty Lefty says, you don't smell burnt toast, do you? No, I smell a lot of Randy. He's in the room. Good Cat says, I find it incredibly ridiculous that Mike Tomlin defended that taunting call. I bet if the call was against TJ Watt or one of his players, he'd be up in arms. This all coming from the guy who tripped the player while that player was running downfield from the opposing team. He did do that.
He did do that.
He did do that.
This is also the man who is the head coach of Shoo Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Who cannot stop dancing on other teams' logos.
Mm-hmm.
Like if taunting is that important an issue to you, then he shouldn't be in Cincinnati dancing on the Bengals B. He shouldn't be in Baltimore dancing on the little Raven head in their logo. He shouldn't be, and he is.
He shouldn't allow his player to.
I'm just saying.
Mike Tomlin didn't do those things.
Mike Tomlin didn't do those things, but this is an issue he's saying he agrees with and he finds very important. Your player is literally taunting all the time.
I don't think that Juju Smith-Schuster is doing that this year, though.
No.
I think he's finally gotten his head straight. And I don't think Mike Tomlin has tripped anybody, even if they are running by him when they do that. Come on, he always looks like Will.i.am. He will always look like Will.i.am.
I don't see it, but okay.
If he got the haircut, because that's what it is. Is Mike
He's
Mike
always got
Tomlin
the headset on.
is so buttoned up. He would never get that like square shaped haircut that Will.i.am had. But if he did, he could pull it off.
So if I am Mike Tomlin,
yes,
I make it happen. What do I make happen? That he's there on the sidelines, and then right behind him's Fergie. At some point, there's just Fergie standing there, and everybody's like, "Ah, oh, it is him! It is him!" I would make that happen. I would arrange it. Good Cat says, "Hey, why did my text get the pompous voice?" Because the start of your text was, "I find it incredibly ridiculous." To me, I find it incredibly ridiculous. I know you don't sound like that, but I couldn't help myself.
Wow.
Boomtown says, "Shut up, Phil." Fish Tank says, "Boomtown is one of the hockey players from Letterkenny. I love it." Oh, that's right. Boomtown. He's the guy who talks like he's the last guy who usually talks. "I love this like I love my wife." That guy. You have to watch the show to know what we're talking about. Boomtown.
All right.
Nicely done. Blissful Hayes says, "If Kyler Murray was a NASCAR driver," okay, I'm stopping that. Senior Wake and Bake says, "I'd like to see Markeith Morris go up against the young Dennis Rodman. He'd get punked. He'd get his ass kicked."
Yeah, Dennis Rodman would take him and his brother on at the same time, and they'd both look stupid.
And then everybody'd have to get tetanus shots.
Yeah.
He had a lot of piercings.
What?
He had a lot of piercings.
Oh.
And he dated Madonna. So,
well,
you're getting herpes. You're getting herpes if you punched Dennis Rodman.
I don't know about that, but the tetanus.
Everybody's getting herpes.
The tetanus is definitely a real threat.
The entire Bulls team picture had to be doctored for all the herpes. Because they did. They all kissed the trophy. Next year, they all had these herpes on their lips.
No.
We're going to have to doctor that out.
No.
Don't ever kiss the trophy. That's all I'm saying. If Dennis Rodman's on the team, don't even touch it. Once he's had it in his hands, he'd be like, "No, mail it to me. I don't need to see it. Just I'll be in the picture."
There it is. No.
Smiling, leaning towards it. But no, I ain't touching that thing. Ain't touching that thing.
Hey, can you believe that? We have this trophy that Dennis is holding. We have it. Our team, represented by Dennis.
Hey, Jeffrey, you want to hold it? Hold on. Got to put my gloves on. There we go. I'll hold it. Wow, this is nice.
Trophy.
Get it away from me.
Get the
get it away from me.
The Andy Reid COVID face shield going.
That's right. I'll be all fogged up. Like, I can't see it, but it feels, I think, nice. What is this? Here we are in the standings. At least for the overall standings, your Cardinals are number 1. Titans, it hurts my soul to see, at number 2. Green Bay Packers are number 3. Los Angeles Rams, number 4, and then Ravens, Buccaneers, Cowboys. There's a lot of teams in between me and winning, and I don't think it's right.
It surprises me that Tampa Bay is as low in that ranking as they are.
Well, they're 6-2, and I mean, technically they have the exact same record as the Ravens, who are ranked higher. But some of these things in the standings concern how your record is in your division, in your conference, your home, your away, that sort of thing. But technically, yeah, I mean, Ravens, Buccaneers, Cowboys all have the same record on the wins and the losses, at least. So I just see my Colts all the way down there at 20. And I'm just like,
it's going to be okay, Jeffrey.
Just give me a damn quarterback.
It's going to be okay.
I just need a quarterback.
No, it's not happening right now.
You know what? Why is it? I'll take Gardner Minshew. I'll take Gardner Minshew right now.
He's taken right now. You had an opportunity and he's taken it. You had the opportunity to get the Mississippi mud flap and you flat turned it down.
Well, you couldn't do it because Frank Reich never worked with him. So
that's right.
That's the issue.
Until Frank Reich is sent down the driveway, it only is people he's worked with. I'm going to need a full list of every quarterback he's ever worked with to see if I have hope or if I should just, like I said, get a box, put all my jerseys, all my t-shirts, all my hats, I got Colts socks, I got Colts gloves, I got Colts mittens, I've got Colts this, I got Colts that. I'm not saying throw it away. I'm not saying give up on my team, but I just need to put it into a box, tape it up, and put it aside until I can just, handle it anymore.
So what happens to Frank Reich if this season is another mediocre to less than mediocre season?
I don't think he's a bad coach. He has to be left out of the conversation on who the quarterback is.
But he's the guy that's got to use him in the game.
Doesn't matter. No, what other team lets the coach always decide the quarterback? I guarantee you this is not Chris Ballard's idea to have all these Frank Reich retreads.
Some teams do that. This team, the Colts, their relationship is set up that Ballard is the actual person with all the power. Some teams, it's the other way. The coach has all the power.
Right.
So if Ballard's got all the power, I agree with you. He's got to overrule Frank Reich and just say, you know what? We're going to go get a quarterback either in the draft or in free agency who is good to, at worst, serviceable, who's not going to turn the ball over because you run the ball so well and your defense when it's healthy is really good.
I get it. Frank Reich is a tall guy, but if I'm Chris Ballard, I'm grabbing him by the collar at the end of the season. So listen to me. We're going to do it my way from now on. We tried it your way. It didn't work. And you've seen my wife. She likes expensive shirts. She likes expensive things. And God damn it, I'm going to get fired because of you. So you sit down and you shut up and you take the quarterback I give you, whisper the bleep out of them, you son of a bitch. Shut up. Sit down. It's a Chris Ballard show now. Do you understand me?
Boy, he got red-faced. I've never seen that before.
I have a lot of rage.
It's obvious.
We didn't notice at all.
Wow.
That's what Chris Ballard needs to do, or everybody's getting fired.
I think what we need to do is clip that last piece of audio. We're going to send that to Chris Ballard.
Yeah, give him some inspiration
with a note.
Just give him a script.
Here you go. Here you go. Just do this.
All right, and I put this on there too. Hey, Chris, I'll be happy to do it for you. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien. Nice to meet you. Come here.
Oh God, here he goes again.
I mean, in fact, I don't even feel like you were impersonating Chris Ballard. I feel like you were just doing yourself.
It was a lot me.
Yeah.
But it needs to be a lot Chris Ballard if he's going to survive as a GM. Big George says, would you take Colt McCoy for the Colts, Jeffrey? Name fitting. Other than that, no, thank you. No, thank you.
He's a backup.
No, thank you.
He's a good backup, but he's a backup.
Yeah, we could use a good backup. That's about it. Straight to Rage. It's funny. This is coming from Straight to Rage. Chill pill, Jeffrey.
Even he thought you were going a little crazy.
All right. I don't see anything else in this I want to even talk about.
I mean, I've already punted on this season. It is draft mode for me. I'm looking at quarterbacks in college. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Cardinals, the Rams are right there next to you in the standings. Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, not even in the conversation anymore, but the Rams right there. But we're getting the idea now after seeing 9 games from both teams. One of them is legit. The other one has trouble in games they shouldn't have troubles in. I think that, the Rams are starting to show their true colors. Not something you got to worry about that much, but they are right there next to you. So something to think about as you get closer to the playoffs.
Well, December, I forget exactly when in December, the Rams come paying a visit to the Silver Nest. So we'll see how that goes.
How'd it go last time?
Well, the last time we were over there.
Yeah.
At SoFi. And we beat their ass.
Yeah. So. Don't let them do that here, man.
No. That's what I mean. We'll see how things go when they come here coming up this December.
I do have some sad news, and maybe this should be something that serves as a reminder why it matters what Aaron Rodgers did.
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings Dakota Dozier has been hospitalized for COVID-19 issues. So he was placed in the COVID reserve Friday, and it got so bad for him, he's gone and he's been hospitalized. He says it's serious stuff. So I don't know. 29 guys are getting texted right now because of close contact. So it's just what we do. And which, now you have to worry about if you're the Vikings, okay, who's not going to be here. And then you have to worry who played the Vikings last week, who had contact there. But yeah, the sad part is it's so bad for him. He's been hospitalized.
Wow.
So
and the Vikings played the Ravens a week ago.
So now you got to look at the Ravens, who might pop positive off of that. Listen, and that is why Aaron Rodgers lying about being vaccinated could be, seen as a pretty good betrayal of everybody around him. And listen, what's going to happen is going to happen, and you got to do your best for you, but you can't make the best decisions for your health when other people that may be around you are lying about what they have and haven't done. The rest of it, I'm not going to get in your argument. I'm not going to argue whether the vaccine is boo-boo or whether the vaccine is the savior. We're just not going to go there. The basics are Aaron Rodgers lied, and that does affect other people's lives. It's not just Aaron Rodgers versus the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, this is stuff that affects anybody who could come near him.
Which, since the Packers and Aaron Rodgers got fined yesterday because of the Halloween party that they threw that we saw the John Wick pictures from with Aaron Rodgers dressed as John Wick, all of that stuff. I mean, the team is clearly, to me, aware that Aaron Rodgers was not vaccinated.
Well, the NFL is sweeping this one under the rug, fining the Packers $300,000. Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard, $14,650 each. Okay. Fine, but let's take a moment and step back. Aaron Rodgers hasn't just gone to a Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a bunch of things, and there's been a bunch of violations. There's been a weekly violation. We are in week 10. 14,650. One fine is all he gets for this. No, if you broke the rules, if you look at the way other teams have been held accountable. Other teams have been held accountable for more specific violations. They're like, well, that guy did this, and it's come out with huger fines. Other teams are pissed off right now because they're like, this isn't right. If somebody engages in shoplifting twice a week for 8 weeks, the person's committed 16 violations of the shoplifting laws. That's 16 different penalties. Aaron Rodgers for 10 weeks has been doing this, but all he gets is one.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So we're talking 8 weeks of play with Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about all of his media availability that he's showing up in those places, no mask, no vaccine. And
is anybody thinking about Jake from State Farm?
I mean, exposed him to it too. I mean, it's just
somebody should check on him.
Got to do some contact tracing.
So yeah, and then this is the one that kind of rings now. CeeDee Lamb got fined $20,000. Why? His jersey was untucked last week.
Just shows you the priorities of the league. Just shows you the priorities.
Aaron Rodgers got fined $14,000 for ignoring COVID protocols all season long.
That is,
you're saying the league fined CeeDee Lamb 20 large.
Yes,
because he did not have his jersey tucked in.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
And they only charged $14,600 for the COVID protocols all season.
That is correct.
See, to me, then the commissioner is obviously stoned and drunk.
I don't think that's the case. I think the league has two standards. That the superstars get one standard, everybody else gets another standard. And CeeDee Lamb will probably be a superstar at some point, but he's not yet. Aaron Rodgers is. And so they're just going to give him a slap on the wrist because they've done this before with guys that have been in trouble with domestic abuse stuff. We've had slap on the wrist for certain players, but not all of them. This is what the league does.
People should be furious. Boomtown. I hate Aaron Rodgers like I hate my ex-wife immensely. There you go, Boomtown. Senior Wake and Bake says, so how can we get Aaron Rodgers to come hang out with the Cardinals? Oh, you stop that. Well, they're going to play again, aren't they? Are the Cardinals and Packers playing again this year?
No.
Or that was just that one.
Only if they meet the playoffs.
Yeah.
Big George says Aaron Rodgers should be kicked out of the league and deported. Send him to him and Shailene Woodley to Alcatraz Island for the rest of their lives.
Wow.
He broke the rules and she's crazy. See, that's George. He does like to overreact a bit.
A very strong overreaction.
Bruno Baller says, I'm not thinking about Jake from State Farm, but a steak from Big Farm. That does sound nice. I don't even know what Big Farm is, but I believe you.
Steak from Big Farm.
I guess he just went a big farm, just somewhere where there is steak.
Hefty Lefty's not making this any better. So CeeDee Lamb gets fined $20,000 for an untucked jersey. Aaron Rodgers gets $14,000 for COVID violations. And then you find out Jerry Jeudy got fined $12,000 for firing an imaginary arrow.
Okay.
Wow.
What?
You know, the touchdown celebration or first down celebration. You reach in the quiver and you pull the arrow back and fire.
Why is that a?
It was determined, I believe, taunting because somebody was in the path of his imaginary arrow.
Oh my gosh, we've gone too far.
What?
I'm actually done.
Yeah, we have to go to a break. I know. Just taking about 3 minutes with that, Randy.
What?
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Bruce Jacobs here to tell you there is no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go online to harmansolar.com.
Airlines have just reduced their prices even more. Book 30 days in advance and save big.
Want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets? Then call the Low Cost Airlines Travel Hotline right now. For prices so low, we can't publish them anywhere. The only way to access our low rates and save up to 70% is to call. Save hundreds on your vacation tickets by calling right now. You can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
802-341-4535. 802-341-4535. 802-341-4535. That's 802-341-4535.
Get your college game on. Get ready for the fight songs. Get ready for the traditions. Get ready for the rivalries. It's college football.
He's gone. There he goes. Through the line. He'll take it to the house, 90 yards.
And we've got the games you want to hear.
Wide open, and the tight end will waltz to the end zone. College football lives on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Got some Notre Dame football for you this Saturday, 6 p.m. They're taking on Virginia. Well, hosting them at home at least. Notre Dame's doing pretty damn good this year, huh? Are they for real, Keon? Is Notre Dame for real, or is this just, strength of schedule real?
No, they're for real. I don't think that they're a college football playoff team, but are they a New Year's Six Bowl kind of team playing on that New Year's Day? Yeah, I think that they can be that good. And they've had some very convincing victories on the road and at home. I do think they're that good.
Good Cat says, how about a steak from the place?
Well, I mean, if it's a breakfast steak, yeah, I'd recommend it. Yeah.
No, they have lunch steak or something, don't they?
Oh, do they have a lunch steak too?
I don't know what they have.
Well,
You've been there. I haven't.
I go there for breakfast, man. Listen, that is my go-to. Whenever somebody says, where do you want to go for breakfast? Immediately, milliseconds follow me saying, the place.
Phillies.
Yeah.
Phillies.
See?
That's great, but that just means we can't do a broadcast from there.
Well, maybe we could do a lunch broadcast there.
No. The show's on from 3 to 6, so we can't.
Maybe we could, be on from 12 to 2.
No.
Jeffrey, think outside of the box.
No. No, maybe we could do it on a Saturday.
Well, we could do it on a Saturday. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe we should do it on a Saturday.
I don't know though. They're pretty packed out Saturdays and Sundays. I mean, waiting time packed out.
Well, we wouldn't have to wait.
No.
I would imagine we'd be all right.
I don't know where they would put us, to be honest with you. It's a big restaurant.
Doesn't sound like they need us around.
It's a big restaurant, and it is. They have. I have not been in the place where they have seats open. It's generally.
You have to make reservations?
No. You show up, you put your name on a list, they give you a little beeper, and by the time you know it,
I was going to say we could do a triple date.
Oh, I'd love to.
My wife and I, Keon and his gal, and you and your wife, we could all just show up and experience that together.
Oh yeah.
Hell with the listeners.
Yeah,
I mean,
we could.
Are
do
we
it.
on here?
I believe we are
I mean,
live right now.
They can find their own way. Oh, there's no really good way of fixing
No,
that.
sorry,
guys. Harley's Hammer says maybe the problem with Patrick Mahomes is due to the State Farm commercials and exposure to Aaron Rodgers through Jake from State Farm.
The contact tracing would show that, and it would explain some brain fog stuff.
That could be bad. Yeah, boy, that's you. I think you've got it, Harley's Hammer. Big George says, I like Snooze for breakfast or the farmhouse in Gilbert. The Iowa Cafe in Mesa was a great place, but it has since closed down. Thanks for telling us about a place that's closed down, Big George. That's not helping.
Big George, you're not even in town anymore.
Yeah.
You don't even get to throw in anymore.
Come on, George.
Come on, George.
Come back. Come back to Arizona, George.
Please.
Just come back to Arizona.
Move back.
We miss your scent. We miss your musk. So can we talk about some athletes in real legal trouble? Do you hear about this Dalvin Cook thing?
Yeah, that whole thing is weird.
Here's what it is. This is two nut jobs going at each other. And then now they're going to fight it out in the courts. Dalvin Cook, the news broke and he came out and his lawyer was like, Dalvin Cook got attacked. And he's like, oh my God, he was attacked. Yeah. The lawyer came running out and said, Dalvin Cook is a victim of domestic abuse and extortion. Well, what happened? Well, about a year ago, somebody, they say, well, they knew exactly who the hell it was, entered his house. The female, a sergeant in the U.S. military, attacked Dalvin Cook in his home, and he had a guest there. And this person tried to extort Dalvin Cook for millions of dollars, claiming that she suffered injuries during the course of the attack that she allegedly initiated. And of course, now Dalvin Cook is saying, well, she came into my house illegally. I had the right to defend myself. And that's what happened.
The problem is
the
text message.
Tell us about the text message.
So there is a text message where he is essentially begging her to come back. And she sends him a picture of her face and it's all beat up. And she's like, A, I'm not coming back. And B, I don't think I'm going to be able to go see my family for Thanksgiving this year because look at my face. So it would not seem that Dalvin Cook's story holds water if those text messages are in fact, not photoshopped and are the real thing.
But the fact that she would respond to that instead of just calling the police, there's a lot of weird stuff going
Definitely
here.
A toxic relationship.
Yeah. So here's what it is. Now, if you look at both sides, somewhere in the middle, the truth is found. So Dalvin Cook, some sort of a weird thing going on between him, her and him. And then she shows up at the house. He's got people there. Well, we know what that means. He's got a lady.
Other ladies there.
She loses her bleep. They get into like a little bit of a scuffle, and then he beats the crap out of her. So that's where you have to look. He beat the crap out of her. Not he was defending himself in his own home. You got a text message that says, oh, baby, please come back. Well, she came back. You had a lady there, and there was a fight. And no, she's not right for striking him any more than he would be for striking her. But this is two crazy people going at it.
I mean, she's got proof that she's been struck. He's going to have to produce similar evidence, I think.
Can I tell you what the thing I have a problem with? This is now in a civil courtroom. Why didn't she call the police? She has a picture of her face beat the hell out of. Why not? Why are you filing a civil suit instead of filing criminal charges?
Because there are emotions involved. I mean,
no, there's dollar signs involved.
Maybe there's dollar signs involved too, but I don't think she legitimately wants him to go to jail. they clearly have this relationship where it's like he would do something. I don't know if it was always the violence, but then he would ask her to come back. And it seems that maybe it worked before. It's not working right now. And I don't know.
Men, when crazy leaves, don't call it back. Don't call crazy back.
I just don't know.
I would agree with that.
I know less about her side of the story. I know less about what she's supposed to have done.
He's immediately wrong. Anytime you do violence on a woman, you are just wrong. And it was dumb of him to call her back if they had this sort of contentious relationship. And of course, she is, again, let me remind you, a sergeant in the military. So she's probably somebody who probably tried to, I wouldn't be surprised. All this is alleged, but yeah, her name is Gracelyn Trimble. She's Sergeant First Class in the Army. And I would not be surprised if she didn't try to slap the crap out of him. I'm sure this was a two-way street, but it doesn't matter, men. You don't hit a lady, period. End of story. You lose the minute you do. So now let's say Dalvin Cook is telling the truth. Oh, she showed up all crazy. We know he's not, but she showed up all crazy and everything. And she hit me first. Doesn't matter. Then you take the hit. You call the police, get the crazy woman out of your house. The minute you hit a woman, it's over for you. It's all done. 0% chance that you're going to walk away from that. Okay.
And unless there's like a weapon involved, which no one has said anything about. But yeah, it's just a situation where you've got two people in a relationship that probably should not be in a relationship with one another. They don't know how to act with one another, and it's leading to some pretty awful stuff. And I believe that they also have a kid, so it's going to make this several times as messy. It's just a bad situation all the way around.
What do you mean? What about Dutch Brothers, Mr. Pink Eye?
What about?
Talking about the coffee? Are you listening to a podcast and not this show? Were the Dutch brothers somehow involved in this fight?
I don't think so.
Do you understand that?
Did she have a Dutch brothers when she came back?
Was she all amped up on caffeine?
Did he text her and ask her to come back and bring me a Dutch brothers?
Get your ass over here. You bring me some Dutch brothers, or I'm kicking your ass.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
I don't think so either.
Well, whatever is going on there, I feel like just from the initial the way these things look, kind of feeling like, yeah, two crazy people fighting it out, and then now it's all about money. So as the facts come out, and if Dalvin Cook is found to be a dirtbag and he did violence on the lady, the NFL is going to be able to respond in whichever way they need to. It's just a shame no police reports were filed by either side. So now you're going to take your chances in the civil court, and everything we find out, everything we learn is going to be done just from people talking and not from a forensics team or from professionals going in and saying, okay, from the way things look, he's lying, she's telling the truth, or vice versa, and get that thing figured out. Now it's he said, she said, and about the money in the court of law.
Yeah. And I do think that, it is worth mentioning that a lot of women don't file criminal charges because they are either afraid or for whatever reason. And a lot of men don't either because they think they might be embarrassed. So there's a whole, other level of this at play as to why there may not be criminal charges involved.
More people need to do that. It's not okay to have violence done on you or to do violence on another person. When it happens, you need to report that stuff. Every time. Big George says, why do football players have so much drama with their girlfriends and baby mamas? I think the NFL needs to partner with Chuck Woolery and have a new Love Connection game show for the NFL players.
There we go.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, I was on board there till the end, Big George.
You don't like Chuck Woolery? What's wrong with Chuck Woolery?
I don't know. He's dead, isn't he?
I don't think he's dead.
He hasn't been on TV since Love Connection in the 80s.
Well, there you go.
And he always did 2 and 2.
Yeah, he's waiting for a comeback.
This might be his chance. I don't know.
Chuck Woolery, very much alive.
Really?
He's 80.
Chuck Woolery.
He's 80? Yeah, well, okay.
NFL Love Connection.
Sounds like a winner to me.
I think that'd be a great show.
Mr. Pink Eye says, I was just thinking you guys are talking about breakfast places to do a show. Well, we don't want to do a show at a breakfast place. We're an afternoon show, so we need to do a place they would be open in the afternoon or
Yeah.
do a special thing like on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah. Also, athletes in real legal trouble. Adam Pac-Man Jones convicted of assault. He's been sentenced to 180 days in jail, but they suspended all but 30 days of that sentence. Why? Because he's got money. He's going to pay a $100 fine, 9 months of probation, and he has a 9 p.m. curfew every night, and he's not allowed to drink alcohol.
What? Adam Pac-Man Jones in legal trouble? Say it ain't so.
We'll see you again, Mr. Pac-Man Jones, says the judge as he walks off. I guess what happened was he was in a casino and he got in, he kicked a bouncer in the head. What? Yeah, that happens. He punched and kicked a bouncer in the head, and now, of course, the bouncer lost consciousness. Hopefully that was his last day as a bouncer, because can't take him seriously anymore if he gets his ass kicked.
Well, yeah, but okay. Most bouncers are handling what? In a casino, unruly people like you and I, like normal people.
Yeah, but most bouncers can't fight. You know that.
Well, okay, that actually just goes to the point that a football player walks up to you and is starting to kick you in the head. I don't know if that takes away your credibility as a bouncer. It's a guy who was a safety in the NFL.
Well, okay, you get the facts straight. He didn't just go up to him and kick him in the head. It wasn't like he just launched
like Chuck Norris roundhouse kick.
Just flew across the casino. He punched him first, and then when he went down, he kicked him in the head. So that's what happened there.
Pac-Man Jones, what is he, like 5 feet tall?
That's the other thing, yeah.
How did he punch him how did he kick him in the head?
I don't know.
I mean, is a bouncer as small as Pac-Man Jones?
Not much of a bouncer.
I mean, Pac-Man Jones is 5'10".
All right, he's 5'10". So he's about as tall as you, Jim.
Might I remind you, was an NFL safety.
I'm taller than 5'10". I have drank some, but I'm taller than 5'10".
Well, I mean, listen, it was
I'll kick Pac-Man Jones's ass.
So he obviously he can kick you in the head.
Yeah, well, I'll do the crane from Karate Kid.
There is no defense against the
None.
crane.
None.
No defense against the crane.
Or I'll do the Bob crane. No, he ended up dead in Scottsdale. No, I won't do the Bob crane.
Yeah.
I'll take pictures of him, but that's all. Scratch Me Because says, you know why they call it PMS? Because mad cow disease is taken. Why? Why are you bringing this? Why are you doing this? Hefty Lefty says, NFL players need to just work with professionals in the bedroom department. It's time for owners to put escorts on the payroll. How they clear that through the legal Big George? They don't. Hefty Lefty, your idea is horrible.
That's a bad idea.
What?
Just on so many levels. I don't even know where to start.
The owners of NFL teams should start an escort service?
Yeah.
Now,
is that what I heard?
That is one of
their players out of trouble. I feel like that's going to be more trouble.
That is one of the things that Robert Sarver is alleged to have said. He says, of course, that he was just joking. So,
What?
It's true.
It's in the report.
Yeah. Oh, my.
It's deep in there, but it's there. Blissful Hayes says, what does Mrs. Pac-Man think of Pac-Man's antics? That's all. Big George says, oh boy, cue the text from Fed fan after that bad mad cow disease joke.
Yeah.
I don't think she's listening.
I think we maybe got off with one today then.
I think we're good.
I doubt it.
Skate by.
She usually would have texted in by now, so I think we're safe.
Doubt it.
We're safe. I think we're safe.
I don't think so.
And at least for 30 days, people in Cincinnati will be safe from Pac-Man Jones. All right, when we come back, Tom Brady is really sort of tone deaf to all the stuff that happens. Everybody wants to talk about Pac-Man Jones or Dalvin Cook or Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady's like, this 17th game stuff is bullcrap. That's all he wants to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's Macy's Black Friday one-day sale with incredible deals of the day while supplies last. Like 40 to 50% off designer handbags to complete any look. Get 70% off cozy down comforters. And make cleanup a breeze with Shark canister vacs, just $209.99. Plus, Star Rewards members earn rewards even faster during Star Money bonus days, going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
You feel that? It's finally happening. It's starting to get cooler. Is it time to start wearing sweaters? No, it's time to call Harmon Solar. See, if you install solar now, you get to enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That means you can put that AC at whatever temperature you like year round. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Download the Fanatic app. News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we noticed on FS1 they are doing a really cool little recap of the race over at Phoenix Raceway. And again, I'm not a race aficionado. Randy White, of course, is the expert host of the race setup Fridays at 6 p.m. And I saw that the driver was sitting there and he had this giant thing around his neck. And I get it. It's the Don't Die Like Dale Earnhardt support. Yeah. I think it actually says that on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, Randy, isn't that the vehicle I drive has bad blind spots?
Yes.
So much so in the newer version, I have blind spot thing, like my mirror, a little light comes on if somebody is in that blind spot. It has saved my bacon a couple of different times. But all I could think is you're in a NASCAR, you're going a bazillion miles an hour. You need to change lanes and you need to be able to make sure that you're not going to hit somebody. And I asked you, like, well, how do they see over there if they got this giant neck thing around?
Well, all the drivers, all the cars, they have what's known as a spotter, and these spotters stand way up high on the racetrack, as high as they can get, so they can see the entire track. They'll use binoculars if they have to, whatever they can do, so they can keep track of your car. And they're constant radio contact with the driver, telling them where they're at in traffic, who's coming up on the right, who's coming up on the left, how many car lengths, you're clear.
You got to trust.
And it's sometimes you should listen to the spotters' communication, because it's like an auctioneer calling them, all right, the 12's 2 cars back, 13's on the outside, your 2 cars inside. You can't go up high yet. Not clear outside. Not clear. Okay, now you're clear. Clear outside. It's stuff like that. That's
Is it
going
constant
on.
or when he asks for it?
Oh no, it's all the time. You have to be, because in a split second things change.
Seems like there's got to be a better way, like having some sort of a camera thing where you can see, like you can't have mirrors because of aerodynamics.
Yeah.
But
well, they do have little mirrors, but not on the right side because they can't see it.
Well, you do is get those little backup camera things, only little cameras that, and then the display of the mirrors are inside on your cockpit. So you look over, you see there's somebody there, and you can make more of a real-time decision.
Well, I mean, you could do that, but these guys have been doing this forever like this, and a driver trusts his spotter implicitly.
You have to.
And some of these guys make moves that are just inches apart from another car on the inside or outside when they're making moves. That's what makes NASCAR drivers some of the best in the world.
I have a hard time with that. The other day I was driving with a boy, Keanu, right?
Yeah.
We're going down Ellsworth, and I can't see all the way up ahead. So I say, hey, look up ahead there from your side. Are we merging left or right? And he says, oh, we're left. Okay. We got up there. Turns out we were merging right. It's like, how do you get that wrong? And he's I just thought they were doing it. I thought they were going that way. So you got to trust your spotter. I have trust issues.
Well, and if you would have had a spotter, see, he would have said, all right, dude, we've got a wreck up ahead. You're going to be moving to the right. You're going to go right. Going to go right. It'll be like that all the time.
I don't know if I want that, but again, maybe next time you talk to the people at NASCAR, say, get some little cameras and then put the display next to your steering stuff so you don't even have to look over. You're like, okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm not trying to lose a spotter his job, but doesn't it seem like if you could see for yourself, it's better?
I still think the most advantageous way for a cup driver to maneuver is by listening to a spotter.
Fair enough. I'm not going to tell him how to remake the wheel.
But I will pass that along to Mr. NASCAR.
But I know what I'd want. I'd want my own
You
mirrors.
want control.
Yeah. I mean, tell me is like, hey, there's a guy a couple cars back. He flipped you the bird. No, what? Yeah, I want to. Yeah, tell me that. But don't tell me who's right there. I can see it in my little mirror thing.
Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake says, I think it's called the Hans device. They made NASCAR use them after Earnhardt's accident.
Well, what Jeffrey was talking about is there's this wraparound where your head it sits back in this wraparound. It's part of the seat.
Looks very comfy. You could take a nap.
The Hans device is actually you wear it over your collarbone, and it's just a carbon fiber frame, and it's got hooks that hook to your helmet so that your head, in case of a wreck, doesn't violently flail around. Also, that wraparound will keep your head in place. That's why it's in there.
It's called the Hans device because Harrison Ford has crashed a lot of airplanes, and wearing that has saved his life on more than a few occasions.
I don't think that. No.
Just let me have this.
Okay.
Thank you. Big George says, I've seen the Pixar movie Cars, and Randy's right about the spotter. He's usually an older car played by Paul Newman. Blissful Hayes says, Jessica Hahn has a device?
No. See where it went?
At this point, I would imagine she does.
See where it went?
Hefty Lefty says, studies do show that you react faster to sound rather than the visuals. No, not me. Dick Whiskers says, hey, is the bouncer going to sue Pac-Man for a chunk of the $5 million he has left?
Boy, I hope.
I would imagine. FedFan says, hey, I was at Costco. Why did my name just get mentioned? No reason. Not us. By the way, technically, none of us said anything we shouldn't.
I told you.
It was one of the other texters, and that's all we needed to
told you.
Women just have a sixth sense, don't they?
Yep.
Boogie says spotters are also helpful when going out at night to pick up women. We have two brunettes. I'm in the back, but they're speaking with two other guys. They're buying them jeans. You're redhead and blonde. They're playing darts over there. They're laughing. They're being playful. Stand by. Two brunettes are leaving the track. They're getting away from those other guys buying them drinks. Switch lanes. Get over to the left side. Come around the other side. Right. Intercept. Right there. Is it like that?
Wow.
Could I be a spotter?
You could.
I don't want to.
You did a great job of that.
Well, I mean, Boogie wrote it. I read it. So Tom Brady, all the things happening. Oh, the taunting penalties are out of control. Oh, my God, these refs are horrible. Oh, my God, what did Pac-Man Jones do? Holy crap, Dalvin Cook's, he's in a mess. Aaron Rodgers, you filthy, stinking liar. Tom Brady, what's going on with you? I thought the 17th game was a terrible decision. Really?
Read the room, Tom.
Really?
Let's get you back to bed. Grandpa.
Yeah.
So do you want me to read this as angry Tom Brady or clueless Tom Brady? Because I feel like it's clueless Tom Brady. Wouldn't you like to hear angry Tom Brady?
Yes.
I think it's pointless. okay? I thought it was a terrible decision, 17 games. I don't like the fact of playing 17 games at all. I think 16's plenty. 16's fine. And again, you're 8 games into the year, and you're not even halfway through it. That's kind of frustrating, I think, right there. So whatever I don't know. I mean, we'll play it. Oh, yeah, we'll play it. It's there, you know. A lot of guys probably miss games over the course of the season anyway, but I don't care. They probably don't play all 16, most guys. But, you know, if you're fortunate to be able to make it through a season, now you got to play 17 games. I think there's a lot of things I would adjust to, you know, in the offseason. But the 17 games, the regular season schedule, a lot of people know my feelings in some of these things. And I've just been pretty vocal about the NFL issues the last couple of years. Well, there's goddamn 17 games.
Wow.
If you read everything that Tom Brady says,
yeah, I just did
as an old man, telling people to get off of his lawn, it makes so much more sense.
All right, here I'll pick it up with that. Yeah, because the owners haven't had to listen to the players, because usually what the owners want, the owners get. Yeah. So you know, that's just the way the business is going. We need a stronger union leadership from the player standpoint. It's a unified union. That's why you get them. You just get the right amount of leverage.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Everything he's said this season, I read in the voice of an old man.
Now,
go
so
every
sad.
single one.
Do Tom
He's younger
Brady,
than me.
Do Tom Brady with a German accent. Tom Brady with a German accent.
Which one? There's only 2. I don't think these 17 games are very good.
Yeah.
We don't play the game.
No.
Blitzkrieg. I did not know why I've been so angry. 17 games is just too much. I do not like these things. Very positive on these times.
Kind of wish Tom Brady was German now. It's way more entertaining.
Isn't that fun? He's sort of like a toy. You know, you just keep pushing a different button. Do it this way.
I remember when Bill Belichick grabbed me by the tutu. Wait, what? Random texter says, Jeffrey, your old man sounded like a combination between Swedish Chef and Bullwinkle.
Boy, I don't think so.
I don't know where the hell that came from. Big George. No, I'm not reading that. He's trying to out-scratch me because for some joke he made. What is wrong with you, Big George? I'm not reading your text. I'm not reading your text.
You know, I would have thought that the fourth dimension was above snitching.
Yeah, snitches get stitches, George.
They're not. Tom Brady, okay. I don't understand what they got a preseason game off. They replaced it with another full season game. So what's the difference? You're playing the same amount of games.
No, he's not. He doesn't play preseason. He played some of a preseason game, and more with Bruce Arians than he has in the past. But in the past, you've never seen Tom Brady in a preseason game. So 17 games is very new to him.
It's one game, man. Come on, Tom.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
It's just a lot of toll to put on your body. I mean, a lot of football players will tell you that
Tom Brady's body,
not his, but I think Tom looks at his. Tom does not care about the things that most guys care about. The things that most guys care about is I've got aches and pains, my knee hurts, my back hurts. Tom is thinking championship at all times. And one more game is one more game that someone can get injured, an Antonio Brown or whatever, and it's going to take away from him. Tom is completely selfish in his analysis of this, but he's kind of right that the 17th game is a game that may end up mattering and you'll have to play it. And that's
we're going to see. Because I love the NFL. I love every single game you'll give me, but I don't want it to be at the cost of a bunch of people's careers and injuries and lives.
Of course not.
So there is a point where that season becomes too damn long. And if it does, well, then, hopefully the NFL Players Union will be able to take care of what needs to be taken care of. But I don't think anybody's ready to strike yet and forego a lot of damn money.
Well, you know why? Because we haven't played a 17-game season yet.
Got to see how it goes.
Got to wait until this season's over, see how the body reacts to it, and see what kind of toll it takes on teams. You can't be coming out, 10 games or 9 games into a season, a 17-game season, and you've never played one before, and say something like, well, this season's too long. Because you don't know. You don't know how you don't have all the data yet.
Well, you have data on 16 games, and you know what kind of wear and tear that does put on the body for 16.
Yeah, but still.
17, logically, there will be more, but you're right. Let's see how they can handle it.
I mean, injuries can happen at any time, including the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can lose a Super Bowl in the first half with a key injury, and suddenly the other team has the upper hand on you.
And by the way, Tom Brady, you've been he's been playing 17 games most of his career, 18, 19, 20 games.
What do you think those postseason runs were, Tom?
Right.
He's like, I can't take one more. Okay, well, the minute you can't, then retire.
I just wish he had not said this until after this season.
Boogie says one extra game takes a big toll on everybody's body. Not Tom's, but he's very sensitive about his body. But the one extra game is a big difference. Yeah, Tom Brady doesn't barely move,
I'm sure the extra game is a big deal, but we don't know yet, really, when we talk about a 17-game regular season because we haven't done it yet.
Hefty Lefty wants to know if you got anything good at Costco, Fed fan. He's curious about your Costco order. And Against the Spread says, dear Lord, I just witnessed somebody at the book bet $4,400 on the Coyotes to lose. How much are they going to get? $87 back? How does that bet work Against the Spread? All right, hour 3 of the Daily Blender coming up next here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Are you a planner? Bruce Jacobs here asking, do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% off your monthly bill. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
When it comes to NASCAR, everything comes down to time. How fast can you get it done? Built, official partner and protein bar of NASCAR, is a tasty option when you're on the move. Hi, Randy here from the Race Setup. And if you have not tried a Built Bar, you are missing out. This protein bar does not taste like a protein bar. It tastes like a candy bar. Just grab a Built Bar when you want something fast and just so delicious. If you go to Built.com to get yourself some Built Bars, use code Randy10. You'll get 10% off your order. Code Randy10 at Built.com.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
All right, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked off.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by 8 Out and this station.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun, too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K2.4 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Keon Rose in there pushing the buttons and hoping I never call him my heterosexual life partner. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And for those of you who wanted to know, FedFan stopped by the Costco, got herself a cheese enchiladas,
what?
Ceramic Christmas tree, the old-fashioned kind,
Hey.
Christmas lights,
Yeah.
and a really fluffy couch pillow that her dogs have already claimed. And so there you go. That's it. Her ears also perked up because somehow she knows that somebody made a joke that was not very kind to women. It was not me, Randy, or Keon. It was somebody on the text line, and we've already scolded them. But snitches get stitches, and we're just going to leave it at that.
Yes.
Oh, that is such a beautiful dog. She's in a picture of her dog, Abby, sitting on the pillow. Stealing, she calls it.
Stealing the pillow.
I want a dog just like that one. How old is that dog? And where do you live?
Don't give that information out, FedFan.
So you were against the pilfering of hotel butter.
Oh, steal the hell out of a dog. Yes.
Just clear. Just trying to make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay, wrong is wrong. Stealing is stealing. Crime's a crime. But what do you want to go down for? Butter or a beautiful dog?
That's fair.
Just saying.
You're not wrong.
Dick Whiskers says, I would lean more toward Brady being the voice of reason as opposed to the old man shouting, get off my lawn. Yeah, Dick Whiskers, we're just having some fun. And you're right. He probably is right. He's been in business longer than anyone else on the planet. He's seen a lot of things. So, of course, and you're right, Randy. He's looking out for the guys that are around him to help him get that championship. So we're just having fun with that. But it's a little tone deaf in the current atmosphere to be bringing that up.
That's his level of rage and fury directed at that when you've got so many other things going on around the league, all of these terrible stories. And then it's just Tom Brady going, 17 weeks of football, damn it. I can't believe they're making us do it again.
He should be upset about the fact they've doubled down on that taunting thing. The NFL referees peoples, I don't know who the hell they're called, came out and said
the referees peoples.
I don't know the name. They were like, no, that what that dude did, where he got the taunting for just staring. That was a position. That was an aggressive position, a posture. They called it an aggressive posture.
Well, I mean, I could see that, but it still wasn't a taunt.
So now you have to decide if I look that way. Am I posturing aggressively or am I just going, did we get the first down or not? Oh my God, I stared too long. Oh, here comes the flag.
We got you. That crease between your eyebrows, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's it. Taunting.
I'd be in trouble. My wife is always like, what's wrong? Nothing. It's just my face. This is my face. No, I'm not mad. It's just my face. So if I was on the field, I'd just be like, taunting. Well, I didn't know.
Well, I mean,
I didn't do anything.
Come on, guys. The guy made a big play. He walked towards the sideline. He
Two
stood
steps.
there and he stared at the other side.
2 steps towards the sidelines.
Now, I realize that it's not much of a taunt, but still, it is posturing. He is still making a statement. Look at me. I'm a man, and I just owned your team. Look at me. Look how badass I am. And they called a taunting penalty. I think we're making too much. Now, the guy shooting the arrow into the air, calling that a taunting penalty? How much more snowflake do these guys have to get?
But you know what? I hear where you're coming from, Randy, and you're probably right. But a guy staring at another guy after making a big play, I'm sorry, that happens. Like, I've played a lot of pickup basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You school somebody, you make
taunt.
somebody look dumb, and you just look at them. And we all get over it. You go back on defense. It's not that big a deal.
You want to see a taunt? Here's a taunt, Randy. You're stupid. You're stupid.
I
That's
bet
a
they
taunt.
would. I bet they wouldn't throw a flag on that though.
This is not a taunt.
No, it's not, because I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, it's also the same as my bedroom eyes. So stop looking at me.
Yes, it's turning me on.
I only
quite
have so
honestly.
many moves on this thing, man. Mr. Wilbur says, so every time I pass gas, I usually stare at somebody down. Is that taunting? Yeah, that's probably taunting in a lot of different ways.
Intimidating.
Yeah. Senior Wake and Bake says, you think, okay, I can't read that. Fed fan says, you can't have my dog. She's 2.5 years old and she's a minister, Australian Shepherd. She's an awesome dog, very gentle with kids. It sounds like you're trying to sell me on stealing your dog.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me all these wonderful things about your dog?
Australian Shepherds are really, really intelligent too.
Bruno Baller says, so tomorrow Jeffrey's gonna be the proud owner of a dog that looks just like Fed fans. Wicho says, Randy, pour me a beer for me and my buddy. We just got off work, please. Dos.
2 beers, eh?
Dos beers for Wicho and his amigo on 1580 El Fanatico.
All right.
I guess it might as well be Modelo if I'm going to talk like that.
Might as well be.
That's the song from Modelo. I nailed it. I nailed it.
Perfect.
Boomer Sooner says, good day, gentlemen. Okay. Nice day in the Valley of the Sun. Could I get a cold beer, please? By the way, it wasn't really the Valley of the Sun-ish today.
Some clouds were coming through.
You know what we need?
What's that?
I think we need a weather forecast from the great and very knowledgeable Mr. Randino Whitino.
Well, from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, sponsored by Harmon Solar, this is a look at weather with Chief Meteorologist Randino Whitino. Sunshine and whiskey clouds flowing through the valley. Mid-80s for your highs. Overnight, just downright beautiful. I don't even know what temperature it is right now. It's just perfect. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeffco. What are you doing?
Is he trying to
Looking
confirm
outside.
the wispy clouds?
I swear to God, there were some this morning.
Whiskey clouds.
There were some whiskey clouds this morning.
There were whiskey clouds up there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's why I really should always just trust your weather.
Yeah. Well.
Fish Tank says, did I hear Keon has a gal now?
Yeah, we mentioned that.
He's uncomfortable talking about it, but Fish Tank says, yes, he has officially arrived in Arizona.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
Did she follow you or did
no, she was here. Yeah. Okay. It's the what I think Jeffrey said it was the blender bump.
That's right.
Yeah. Life just getting a lot better out here. So
I don't think we had anything to do with it.
No.
Okay. I mean, I offer if you don't want to take credit for it, then that's
I'll take complete credit for it. You don't even have to tell me. We're going to, but you know,
I thought you already did. So
yeah, but I don't really feel that love from you. Like I owe you, O'Brien. I owe you everything. Before I was a man in Chattanooga, Tennessee. No love in my heart. No hope for my career. And then you found me and plucked me up out of obscurity, brought me to the great, mighty 1580, The Fanatic. You made my life amazing. You set me up in a very crappy apartment in Tempe because you were out of town when I picked it. But you gave me this job, and that made all the difference. Yes, I would have no woman without me being on the Daily Blender.
Wow.
No woman would find me attractive for any reason whatsoever if I weren't on this show. So for that, Jeffrey O'Brien, I am eternally grateful. Wow. My job, my woman, my life. Wow. Thanks to you.
Well done.
I mean, I wish I could have said that like that. You had that epic voice there.
Thank you. Thank you. So you can just repeat that back to me anytime you want. Oh wait.
I'm gonna have to go through it. Like I said,
the practice maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the epic speech skills there. Yeah. I mean, you've got it nailed.
That's one of the reasons we hired you. I'm a little disappointed right now.
Down to a science.
I have to rethink some things. Now, because of you, I have no job, no girlfriend.
I think I'd be able to say that one if I did lose my job. But
Bruno Baller says, did you know the station just to the right of 99.3 is already playing holiday music?
Yeah.
Isn't that illegal?
It should be.
Yeah. Keon, at least him and I are in a complete agreement on that.
I don't want to hear a jingle I don't want to hear
Too late.
tinsel. I don't want to hear a triangle.
Too late.
What other Christmas instruments are? I don't want to hear any of it. There's no Buddy Holly. Nothing. I don't want to hear any of it until
Holly.
Buddy Holly.
I don't know. I think
you just meant Boughs of Holly.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly was an amazing.
I think Holly was in the name, and I just said that. I don't want to hear any of it though. I don't even want to hear Buddy Holly even. Not even that. None of it until after I've had turkey on Thanksgiving.
That's right. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
that's how I feel too. A lot of people feel that way, and it's weird. Oh, by the way, y'all better go out and get them Thanksgiving victuals and ingredients because there's a shortage. Supply chain stuff. So, simplify your Thanksgiving, curb your expectations just a bit, but be ready. You're in for some difficulties getting everything. But just remember, it's not about the food. It's about family. No, screw that. It's about the food. Go get in line right now.
Pretty sure it is.
Make sure the food is there and the alcohol.
It's like family.
Yeah, no food. It's the food.
There are some Thanksgivings where there is no food. There is no family.
No food, no football. You can go F yourself. There's got to be some F's involved here. Big George says, is the blender bump the same thing as a baby bump?
No.
It can be in some situations. Sure. Mr. Wilbur says, hey, Keon. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Well, no, because he's wondering if she's a real person. He says does it say on the side of her there to inflate to 55 PSI?
No, she is an actual human being.
And Mr. Wilbur, how do you know the PSI to inflate an inflatable woman doll? I think you just told us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Wilbur. FedFan says Costco has a very good deal on canned green beans and canned corn, just so you know. Yeah, this show is just getting way too damn domesticated all of a sudden. Bruno Baller says, would it still be a good Thanksgiving if all you had were your side dishes and desserts? You talking about Thanksgiving food or women? Side dishes.
I see what you're saying.
Senior Wake and Bake. No, I'm not reading your misogynistic, horrible text, Senior Wake and Bake. I'm not participating in that. I just got her to like me. I'm not going to say your things you say and get me in trouble. Unless FedFan says I can read them and she won't hold me responsible. Because I don't want to. She gives me things, candy stuff. Hefty Lefty says, well, I'm off work and I'm starting Whiskey Wednesday off right. Hefty Lefty has shown me that he's about to. Is that a giant ribeye? What is that? It's on my screen, hard to see. Nice bottle of Glenlivet you've got right there.
Ooh.
I'll forgive that you have a giant ice cube in it. What is it? Is that a roast or is that a ribeye? I can't see by the picture. King of Kitten says, as a single guy who lives alone, I can tell you that Denny's and Jack in the Box, they are open on Thanksgiving.
Yes, that is correct.
We got to do Mansgiving next year.
I think you're right.
I am out of town for Thanksgiving this year, but next year we're going to do Mansgiving and everybody's invited.
Maybe that's where we set up the grills. We have all sorts of meats that we're grilling.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
There. Maybe we do it on the patio right here.
Yeah.
Mansgiving right here.
Mansgiving right here at the station.
Might need a person with a breathalyzer.
Good day.
Nobody drives.
Yeah.
unless they're okay to. Good Cat says, I think the blender bump might be similar to a beer belly. You are correct.
Yeah.
That would be
also true.
Blender bump. Random Texter says, all the pass is Tom Brady had to throw to make that video of himself throwing footballs back into passing machine. It was just like throwing in another game. He'll be all right.
The viral video where Tom Brady caught the pass from the jugs machine, the throwing machine, and he threw it back.
Any text from Random Texter after a certain point is drunk text. And he's saying he's throwing it so many times to get that video right. That'd be like another game. But what he doesn't understand is that the whole thing was fake.
Yeah.
It wasn't one throw is all it took. It was a fake thing.
It's like that time Kobe jumped over a car. It didn't happen.
FedFan says, I don't drink, so I can be the designated driver. And she says, all right, I'll give you a pass, Jeffrey. Go ahead. Let's hear all his stupid, women jokes. All right. So here's what she said. He said, there's no kitchen that FedFan doesn't like. Please read this. Tell FedFan, put the food away and get started with the dishes.
Wow.
No, why
Wow.
would you
I don't
send
know.
that here?
I don't know why. Why'd you
Who
throw
sent that in?
That's Senior Wake and Bake.
Wow.
Okay.
He must be stoned to be starting crap like that. Twittiot says, my Turkey Day meal is all ready to go. Pair of huge turkey legs to be smoked and a 12-pack.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad. Bruno Baller, let's see. He says, yeah, we need someone who knows how to deep fry a turkey properly and safely during Mansgiving. Yeah, here's how we're going to do. We'll have all the grills. Then one person at the far end of the parking lot with their deep fried turkey. So if that thing inevitably explodes, it only kills that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do a Travis Scott situation out here.
Oh, no.
I don't want any dead people at my event, please. Hefty Lefty says, that is a 90-day dry-aged ribeye. A little water in the scotch is nice because it increases flavors of the whiskey. Bourbon, though, I do enjoy neat. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just heard blah, blah, blah. I have an ice cube. Fed fan says, wow, I'm rethinking my agreement. Fed fan, I didn't say that. That dude said it, and I tried to tell him not to say it. You didn't have to say it. Good Cat says, by the way, Kobe didn't jump out of a car. He fell out of a helicopter. Huh? Ukalamak says, greetings and salutations, Radio Pal. Okay, I'm not reading yours. He's being too nice. I won't read him. Twittiot says, oh, I already read that. All right, listen, let's get back to it. I want to talk about Cooper Kupp's dad.
All right.
I can't believe he ever got this deal to begin with. Cooper Kupp's dad is a fantasy football player.
Okay.
And the guys in his fantasy league, when his son made it, he was so proud. He says, I get to draft my own son. That's my boy. I got to have him. They're like, all right, whatever, man. You can have your son. Well, now they're like, deal's off. Cooper Kupp gets a lot of damn points. You're going to have to get him fair and square next season. You're going to have to get him in the draft like anyone else. Yeah. So Cooper Kupp's fantasy football value is way higher than it used to be with old Jared Goff.
Sure.
Now he's got Stafford throwing to him. His friends are like, no more deal. I don't know. Is that cold-blooded or is that fair?
That's fair. And he got one season out of it.
Yeah. I mean, a dad getting his son for the first season. I mean, that's kind of a pride thing,
Sure.
My son.
I think he got him for more than one. He was a rookie. He was a rookie a couple of years ago.
But the bottom line is, I mean, now he's free, should be free market now.
Yeah, you're probably right. But still, you're like, but that's my boy. Tough bleep, dude.
Yeah.
Tough bleep, dude.
And if he's been playing with Cooper Kupp the whole time that he's been in the league, then you got a good run with your boy. Draft him like everybody else.
Who's the Panthers' backup quarterback?
Do
you know who that is? Because the Sam Bobblehead Darnold, he's going to be out a few weeks with a shoulder injury.
Didn't they just sign? The Panthers just signed Matt.
We got PJ Walker.
Oh,
and we got
that's
Matt
right.
Barkley.
It'll be PJ Walker because nobody's stupid enough to start Matt Barkley. Yeah. So I guess Sam Darnold, his shoulder is worse than thought, and he'll be out a couple of weeks.
Well, I mean, PJ Walker, it could be worse. I mean, they could have to start Matt Barkley.
So I am so happy right now that I could cry. Can I tell you why? I have the Arizona Cardinals defense on my fantasy football, and they are playing the Panthers this week. Yeah. I'll get 182 points from my defense.
I mean, because PJ Walker, look, he did some nice things when he was in the XFL and it was fun and all of that stuff. But this is the NFL. It's a little bit different. And that Cardinals defense is scary. Also, pour one out for PJ Walker.
Why would I pour one out for PJ Walker?
He's going to get beat up.
Oh, well, let's wait till he's dead before we start pouring out for PJ Walker. We don't drink cheap whiskey around.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. We're going to have to wait.
And even then, it'd be like, I don't care about PJ Walker. It'd be like, just a little, hardly anything. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk about the TCU head coaching position and some of the potential candidates out there. Some names have been bounced around, and there's a new name in the mix. I don't know if this is the right idea. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Simple Green is perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new. SimpleGreen.com.
The PGA Tour moves on to Houston this week. The Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Houston Open underway Thursday. Sam Burns, the odds-on favorite at plus 1,600, followed by Scotty Scheffler at plus 1,800. Sungjae Im, Cameron Smith, and Matthew Wolff each at plus 2,200. Thursday night football tomorrow. The Ravens on the road facing the Dolphins. Baltimore a 7.5-point road favorite. The over-under 46.5. College basketball underway. Gonzaga again the favorite to win a national championship plus 550. Michigan behind them at plus 800, followed by UCLA at plus 1,000. Kentucky at plus 1,200, and Kansas, Duke, and Memphis each at plus 1,400. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
Happy holidays don't just happen on their own. You make them happen with a little help from new appliances at the Home Depot. Because warm wishes won't roast that turkey. You'll want a new convection oven for that. An air fryer will help make the season light and delicious. And while you're at it, consider a new LG or Samsung fridge that's big enough to hold all kinds of Christmas cheer. Make the holidays yours with the season's best savings on top appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hi, welcome to Furniture Depot. And you, come on in. Yes.
Couches are flying off the floor at Cheyenne's Furniture Store.
Sarah, can you go over to dining sets, please?
She needs more sales associates before shoppers take their seats elsewhere.
Can somebody give me a price check on trundle beds?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Providing you with the latest sports news, commentary, and analysis.
My youngest daughter got engaged to her longtime boyfriend. She answered all the questions correct. The one question I always like to ask is, why do you love my dog? You know that feeling when you misplace something and you can't find something and you just get that feeling in your stomach it's an important thing. And that's how I feel when I'm not around your dog.
Wow, Dale. You shut me down.
Jacobs and Hilly on Arizona's new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Today, the Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona sports betting station. All right, so we had a GCU game last night. They won. We got another GCU game on Friday night. They're hosting North Florida State. And, of course, our AIA high school football game of the week, Horizon at Notre Dame Prep. That has moved over to Money Radio 1510 at 7:30 p.m. So that's how that's all going down. But the AIA Saturday morning show, AZ Preps 365, still on 15A The Fanatic at 8 a.m. Saturday morning to get all the information on all the stuff happening in prep sports here in the Valley. Hefty Lefty says, watch PJ Walker pull a game one, Mike White kind of thing, and go for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. Or he'll be game 2 Mike White and get knocked out in the first quarter.
I'm hoping it's the latter.
So the Jets were up against a pretty good defense with the Colts, but I got to say the Cardinals defense is better. Am I wrong on that, Keon? Cardinals defense better than the Colts defense.
That is correct.
And yeah, Cardinals at home. Just don't see that happening again with PJ Walker.
Yeah, I think the game against Green Bay really enlightened this team and got this team, brought the nucleus of this team together. And I think everybody is approaching each game with focus, as they should. They're not looking past anything. They're not just going about the business of football. I think these guys are preparing, a heartfelt prepare. You know how it is in a long season. Sometimes you just kind of go through the motions and you think you're good enough. And then you go out there on the field and get your ears trimmed back and realize you're not as big as you thought you were. And I think that's what happened with the Green Bay game.
Well, can I just give you at least this compliment to your Arizona Cardinals? Somebody in that organization, some assistant coaches, doing a damn good job. I don't believe that Cliff Kingsbury is all that in a bag of chips. Maybe it actually is him being a great coach. I don't think so. But somebody is a rock star of an assistant, a rock star of a coordinator, a rock star. They have a ton of rock stars working in that organization, helping keeping these players focused and on track. It very well may be some of the veteran players who are helping these guys keep focused and keep their eye on the prize. So there are rock stars in the organization. And the reason I don't think it's Cliff Kingsbury is, well, I've watched him coach the games and he was gone with the COVID. Everything was fine. They still played like the Arizona Cardinals.
And it happens. I mean, you look at Jim Harbaugh when he was at in San Francisco.
You said his name wrong. Jim Jerkface Harbaugh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jim Jerkface Harbaugh.
Jerkface Harbaugh.
When he was in the Niners organization, I mean, he's not the brightest X's and O's guy. He's more of a hype people up, get people fired up to play. He was surrounded by an incredible staff, and that was why he was able to have the success there that he had.
Bruno Baller says, Jeffrey's right. I think Vance Joseph could be up for a head coach job next year. No. Vance Joseph is a good coordinator. He doesn't need to be trying to coach any more teams. He's got himself in the correct position. We've seen other coordinators step up, try to coach, didn't go well. They go back to what they do and they do a good job of it. So nothing against Vance Joseph, seems like the nicest of guys, but he is doing a good job as a defensive coordinator, even though Randy was not on team Vance Joseph until the results started showing up. I didn't blame you. You were worried about that.
Yeah, I really was. Last year, I think it was an absolute debacle defensively for this team, especially the second half of the season. And this year, it looked like it was going to head that way again. But here's the difference between last year and this year. This year, the defense is more mature. They got some pieces in there that are veteran guys. Even though J.J. Watt's not on the line, the guy is still there, inputting and leading this team and being a part of what's going on in that organization. So I give kudos to that. But Vance Joseph, lest we forget, he came from Denver, where he was a miserable failure as a head coach. Let's just leave him where he's at and see how this thing plays out.
Thunder Snow says, hey, it's Whiskey Wednesday. Randy, please pour me a Jameson Black Barrel. And by the way, once again, thank you, Thunder Snow, for the bottle of Jameson Black Barrel and the bottle of Proper 12. We sure appreciate that here in the Daily Blender Whiskey Collection. Nicely done and appreciated. Boomer Sooner says, put on the old Facebook. But Randy, did you trimmed off that beard there? You look thin in the face. Did you drop about 40 or 50 pounds on that new diet? Or
no, not yet. I am down a few. I am down. I think overall I'm down 30 from when I started. And thank you for noticing. Yeah, I cleaned up. I had a daughter get married here a few weeks ago, so I had to get cleaned up and looking respectable. So, but thank you for noticing.
I have a beard too, and I kind of want to shave it off, but my wife wants me to leave it on.
Well,
and I was like, I don't know. I kind of it's in that sort of, how it sticks up kind of thing where it kind of pokes out like this and doesn't lay down quite right.
Yeah.
And then I notice I've got these gaps right here, like the Prince Valiant thing, from the old English movies or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, I'm going to shave it. She's like, no. Wait till after Thanksgiving. I'm like, what? Why would I? She said, we're going to be in a cold climate. And she said, it'll help keep your face warm. Like, honey, that's not how this works. That's not how beards don't actually do that. They don't do that. But she's just like, no, I think she just wants to. I think she's just tired of my face. I think she just wants to see a different face. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is.
I don't think that's the case at all.
Maybe she just likes the beard.
She's fantasizing about some rugged lumberjack, and this has got to help. I mean, I do grow a pretty good beard, I wouldn't mind shaving it. Hefty Lefty says, can confirm on Vance Joseph being a bad head coach. Says Hefty Lefty, fan of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Thunder Snow, thank you. Good Cat says, pour some of them White Claws and Zimas Phil left in the fridge.
Pour them in the garbage.
Right in the sink.
Yeah.
Ukla the Mock says, wow, try to be nice. And I get no belief in my intentions. And then he says, what did Bobbleheads hit his own shoulder? Oh, that's it took a while for me to figure that out. The bobblehead clank.
Oh,
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Hit his own shoulder.
Okay.
There you
He
go.
does have a massive head.
Yeah.
It's a giant cranium.
Holy crap. Ukla says, doesn't Aaron Rodgers have a beard right now, Radio Pal? Just saying.
Uh-oh.
Hey, honey, we're going to have a conversation about this when I get home. I was like, I got to get a haircut.
Yeah.
She's like, don't. So TCU looking for a new head coach. Everybody knows that. Some names in the NFL have popped up as possibilities. But now there's been an interview. Deion Sanders, his name is now in the mix for TCU head coach. And evidently it was a really good interview. I kind of have a hard time believing that. I don't know.
He's been solid at Jackson State.
Yeah. Has he?
Yeah, he's been
Because
solid.
there's a lot of craziness that comes with him.
Well,
like
of course.
people breaking into his car, him talking stuff to people, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is he really TCU good?
Well, that I couldn't tell you, but does he have some things that could make him useful to TCU? I mean, TCU is the little brother school in that Big 12 conference, and Deion brings the ability to recruit just purely off of his name, his connections in the state of Texas from the times he was able to work with local high schools while he was playing with the Dallas Cowboys. He's got some things that could be useful to TCU to help them get that edge in out recruiting some of these other Texas schools that are going to be in the Big 12.
So it's about the recruiting.
Yeah.
He's an incredible recruiter, and he understands the name, image, and likeness rules a lot. So he's been able to be at Jackson State and tell guys, hey, high quality players. I know this is a small school. I can get you paid.
Well, a source at TCU did say to a local newspaper that there has been an interview. The source says, I'm not saying he's going to get the job, not saying he's a leading candidate at this point, but he's in the mix, and he was very impressive.
Well, he is a very charismatic person, and but listen, come on, everybody. He can't be a serious consideration for a TCU job. I mean, yeah, great. He's a guy that can go out and recruit. He's got all the charisma. He's got that $1 million smile. He's got that great attitude. He's got all that flash and all that stuff. But I mean, the guy's in his first head coaching job at Jackson State. He doesn't have a track record as being a head coach, especially for a giant school like TCU. How can they expect him to come in and meet the expectations of that this college is going to be, or that this university is looking for?
Well, like Keon said, he's a big fish in a little pond, and then TCU is little fish in a big pond. So it may not be that big of a jump.
Maybe because they even though they are a big school, a big football program in the Big 12, they are still one of the smaller schools, and so like that really could help boost them, maybe give them an ability to leapfrog. Now, I'm with Randy. I can think of like 4 guys I'd rather hire before I hired Deion Sanders, but he does have some value to that program, and I don't think it's the craziest thing that they interviewed him.
No, it's not. It's not crazy. It's a little surprising to me, but okay, if you say he's doing a good job, I guess. But Of course, I already forgot. Where's he coaching?
Jackson State.
Jackson State. Well, they can't be too happy to hear this.
Well, no.
You're just like, wait, you're in the middle of a season, prime time. What are you going over there talking to TCU for? And that's got to create some trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it happens in college football all the time. Coaches in the middle of the season.
So that's a normal thing.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that it doesn't create shockwaves, and it doesn't mean that people are going to be mad at you, especially Jackson State, because they are a historically Black college, and he billed himself as being the guy that was going to bring them up to that next level. And if you just walk away and take a better job before you finish your project, that seems
cool.
There's going to be some finger wagging.
So here's what I see. Now, if you're a coach and you've been with the school for a while, and you go and you coach, you interview someplace else, that could be used as leverage to get yourself a better contract and stay where you're at, as much as maybe explore the opportunity. But yeah, Deion Sanders, first year head coach, right? Second.
This is his second season.
So a COVID year, just you threw away. Yeah. So this is actually considered, I'd say, his first year, right?
Yeah, and as you've mentioned before, there has been some drama that he's had when he's been at Jackson State that you do have to look out for. I mean, if you're TCU, there are safer options to go get guys that have proven, I think, more thoroughly that they can coach. And you to talk about Jamie Chadwell over at Coastal Carolina, or Tony Elliott, the offensive coordinator at Clemson. I mean, there are guys with a bigger pedigree.
Right. Well, the names in the mix with TCU: Matt Campbell, Billy Napier, Sonny Dykes, Clemson official coordinator Tony Elliott, and Kellen Moore from the Cowboys.
The Kellen Moore thing is interesting.
That's the one I think really kind of rings the bell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He's a Texas guy.
Yep.
He's got those connections. He's already shown that, at least as far as an X's and O's standpoint, he can scheme it up. So that would be interesting to see.
Well, whatever Deion Sanders is up to, I think it's a year or two earlier than it should be. I don't think it was very cool of him to go interview for the TCU gig when he hasn't even achieved really anything with Jackson State.
I don't think so either. And I also think that you can also derail yourself with this stuff. I mean, Willie Taggart got the job at Oregon, and then a year later, FSU comes calling Florida State, and that's his dream job. So he goes after 1 year at Oregon, and has such an awful time at Florida State, he lost that job. And I don't think anybody's going to give Willie Taggart another head coaching job. I mean, this could possibly derail you if you're Deion.
Sure.
If you jump away from Jackson State, you prove you're not very loyal.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you stink at TCU, I don't know that anybody's going to.
Back to the NFL Network with you.
Yep.
At least he's got that to fall back on, right? FedFan says Deion hasn't played for years. Does he still have the same legend status out there? Well, I think so. He still got the name.
Yeah, I mean, and as far as being able to recruit, I mean, he's one of the legendary players in the history of the NFL that even young kids go, yeah, I know who Deion is.
Yeah, they're watching videos on their YouTubes and stuff.
He's also known for a couple of missteps as well. The Prime Prep Charter School debacle, where he started this private school and it quickly fell into a financial issue. He served as an offensive coordinator at Trinity Christian School in Cedar Hill, Texas, from 2017 to 2020.
Were those failures or scandals?
Scandals.
Okay.
Before getting the Jackson State job, TC Cedar Hill was terminated from the Texas Association of Private and Parochial Schools in 2019 after a series of allegations.
What were the allegations? I never heard about this.
Well, let me click on the link. I don't know exactly, but sounds like they were pretty serious, including use of controlled substances after a state championship game. I'm trying to look up here, but there was it was pretty substantial. I mean, it's a there's quite a few section 138.5 using alcohol, drugs, etc. Before, during, or after games and contests is prohibited by the state.
That's just picky.
I mean, there's another one: coach or player deliberately coming into physical contact or threatening harm to an official. That's another one of them.
I can believe that.
Yes.
I mean, there's quite a few here that they're talking about. So
Yeah, it's a mess.
Seems to be some drama that follows Prime wherever he goes lately.
Team Duke says, hey, easy on the Panthers quarterback there. He says the Cardinals defense is very good, but they have not seen a PJ Walker type all year. He's very accurate. He's very smart, and he's a very good runner.
I mean, you could describe PJ Walker as a sort of Kyler Murray light. I mean, he's got the mobility.
That means they have seen him. They practice against him every damn week.
They practice against the best version of him. But yeah, I do think that is a guy that can give a defense some troubles. But he also doesn't have the NFL experience. He's coming from the XFL. That was his last job, and I do think that matters.
Team Duke, we hadn't heard from you in a while. Last time we heard from you was August 6th, and you showed us the highest blood alcohol level you've ever seen working in rehab, a 0.870. That can't
Thanks, Team Duke.
That guy is dead. There's no way that's real. Anyways, all right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we have On This Date in Big Georgia sports history and God knows what else. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's Macy's Black Friday one-day sale with incredible deals of the day while supplies last. Like 40 to 50% off designer handbags to complete any look. Get 70% off cozy down comforters. And make cleanup a breeze with Shark canister vacs, just $209.99. Plus Star Rewards members earn rewards even faster during Star Money bonus days going on now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
Hi, my name is Ted, and a little thing I love about the Chick-Fil-A Peppermint Chip Shake is when the Peppermint Shake is available, that's to me sort of announces that the holiday season is here. I guess most people count down the days until Christmas, but me, I count down the days until the shake comes out.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue.
Share a peppermint chip milkshake from Chick-fil-A this holiday. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mortgage interest rates remain near historic lows. So whether you're wanting to lower your interest rate, take cash out to remodel your home, or pay off credit card or installment debt, now is the perfect time to refinance or purchase a home. Call David White at 480-244-6625 to review your mortgage options and to take advantage of David's 32 years of industry experience, incredible customer service, and competitive interest rates. We shop the market for the best interest rates, so you don't have to. Call David at 480-244-6625. Now is the perfect time to refinance or purchase a home after the financial experts say interest rates will increase in 2022. Call David now to discuss your mortgage options at 480-244-6625. That's 480-244-6625. Call David to learn how to receive an appraisal credit with a closed loan. Don't wait. Call today. David White, NMLS 322907 of AmeriFirst Financial, Inc., NMLS 145368, an equal housing opportunity lender.
Some of our listeners are football fans. And then others are football fans. So relax. You're among friends. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Arizona's home for the NFL.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, tonight the Suns are hosting the Trailblazers. That should be a get-right game. Now, let me explain. It's not that the Trailblazers are bad. They're a pretty good team. But that loss to the Trailblazers earlier in the season was that moment you're like, the hell? They need to beat these guys. Were you about to tell me that we won that game?
Huh? No, I was
good.
moving the mic in front of my face.
Oh, you had that look in his eyes like, I've got to correct him. And, of course, the Coyotes playing the Wild. No, Coyotes playing the Wild.
I'm still going to pay attention to the Coyotes. I don't care. I want to learn this team. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what they're all about.
They're 1-10. That's what they're doing.
I know they're 1-10, but they're 1-10.
I don't know who to be mad at. I don't know who to blame. And I can't believe this thing is televised on national TNT.
I mean, you got to throw even the bad teams a bone every once in a while, which they do. They just kind of go, okay, here's your one national game all year. Enjoy it. Congratulations. Now get off of our airwaves.
Well, I've heard a lot of rumors about this new GM Armstrong. This is what he does. This is his MO. He takes teams that are struggling or mediocre that can't get over the hump. He breaks them down. He brings in youngsters and he turns them into to contenders. And I haven't done all my homework or research on the guy, but that's what I understand from other people that I trust. So I'll just have to wait and see on this team.
Into Speed says, you guys have forgotten one thing. Deion Sanders' motive is for his son.
Well, his son is a starting quarterback, and he's amassed over 2,000 or 2,500 yards passing so far this year. The Jackson State team is 6-0 in SWAC play, and they're 8-1 overall. I mean, it's a formidable team, but
would they take him as a coach just to get the kid as a player?
Maybe.
TCU?
Maybe.
Did they have to do that sort of thing?
If it's Deion's son, and if you think that, okay, I can't get a top level quarterback any other way, and you are still recruiting against Texas, Oklahoma goes into Texas and recruits. Baylor is clearly doing something really good right now with Dave Aranda, head coach. Like, there are a bunch of teams you're having to out recruit. LSU goes into Texas and recruits there all the time to get top level players. I mean,
and listen, Deion's son's a blue chip quarterback. It's no slouch.
Yeah, I didn't say I know he's good, but is he upper level football program good?
Well, if he was a blue chipper and you turn down many offers from major organizations to go play at Jackson State, yes, I would say he would fit right in at TCU. And I mean, it might bum out some other guys that are already there. But hey, new regime, new leadership. There's change anytime you bring in a new coach.
I think Boomer Sooner has been drinking.
Uh-oh.
Says, Jeffrey, I'm not a gay type of man at all. Man, a sentence starts like that, I'm already uncomfortable.
He's not happy? Why isn't Boomer Sooner happy?
Why does a sentence have to start like that? He says, but I think you look a lot better with that beard. Trim, nice, close to your face.
I feel like he could have just said that. He didn't have to start with the...
Yeah. That's how you know how old school Boomer Sooner is.
I prefer you with the beard. Like, that's
I ain't gay, but he says, I think your wife might have something there, buddy. Yeah, that's thank you. Because I don't know why we need to talk about my beard. But all right. Thank you. And don't worry, Boomer Sooner. I would, even if you were, it doesn't matter to me. I'm okay. It just,
which is why it's just funny is all that he started it with that. He could have just said, prefer the beard.
Oh,
the sentence could have started and ended right there.
That was
damn near killed.
There's a whole lot of champ from Anchorman in that text.
little champ kind.
Jeffrey, I'm not a gay type of man, but I think we should get an apartment together. Join book club and wow, take cooking classes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. You didn't even just say that, Boomer Sooner. I'm sure any gay man would look at this and go, no. No. Okay. Can I just tell you, Fed fan says, ooh, Boomer Sooner has a crush on Jeffrey. Too cute. Okay, stop it. That's now it's not nice, Fed fan. Okay. So bad things, sometimes they happen to you. sometimes you happen to bad things. What do I mean by that? I will tell you that in two different stories. Now, men, be ready for when bad things happen to you, but also accept that sometimes bad things are going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. Here is the version of bad things happening to you. So this dude was in Brazil, right? He's out there fishing with his buddies, having a great day. 30 years old. We're out here. They're at a farm lake there in Brazil. We're catching fish. Oh, this is great. This is great. Oh, bees. Okay, some bees swarmed the guy, started stinging him. And he's like, oh, I got to get rid of these bees. So he jumps in the water.
Seems like a smart idea.
Where he's killed by piranha.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That is an M. Night Shyamalan plot twist. Whoa.
That is bad things happening to you. Nothing he could have done. I mean, he's getting stung by bees. The hell else is he going to do? And you know that thing where you're standing there fishing and one guy catches fish and you don't? His friend, who also jumped in the water, wasn't even touched.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's like, my friend has all the luck.
Well, I mean, he can't say that now.
Well, all he can do is chatter it with his teeth on his skeleton.
So, it was bad. It was pretty bad. Sue, that is bad things happening to you.
Yeah.
Here's bad things, you happening to them. So this guy was there at his house, his mom's house, and she's like, Henry, there's a lot of cobwebs on the porch. Get a broom. Can you get them down for me? And he's like, no, I've got a better idea. So he grabs a blowtorch.
Oh, no.
I guess you see where this is going.
No.
Burnt to the ground. Yeah. He's like, well, this seems to be working on the porch. I'm going to get the crawl space under the house, too. and here's the thing. For about an hour, he's there with the garden hose going, come on. And finally calls the police, the emergency crews, and they show up, and they're like, what the hell, man? He's like, spiders. Okay, yeah, all right, come on. This isn't the Deep South. This is Boulder Dam, Colorado. What's wrong with you? So he's in a lot of trouble.
I understand that there is a phrase on the internet when it comes to spiders, kill it with fire.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
And to the extent that you don't have a house left is way too far. Like, at what point didn't you notice
spiders outside your house are your friends?
Yeah, they keep the other bugs away. Just
spiders inside your house, usually taken care of with a slipper. The blowtorch. It's a very man thing to do, but so there you go. That's the difference.
Sometimes you can go too manly.
Yeah, that's the difference between bad things happening to you and you happening to bad things.
Yeah.
All right. So we better get this done. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1928, faced with a scoreless tie at halftime, Notre Dame coach Knute Rockne urged his players to win the game in the memory of George Gipp, an Irish player who died of pneumonia 8 years before. Hollywood captured this memorable moment in the 1940 Ronald Reagan movie, Knute Rockne, All-American, where Ronald Reagan said, we'll win one for the Gipper. He wasn't a very good actor. Yeah, I guess they were down 6-0 at the start of the fourth quarter, and he got Johnny O'Brien out there because, well, Irish.
Yeah.
And he led Notre Dame to a victory, 12-6, with a 32-yard pass from Johnny Nemec. So there you
go. Johnny O'Brien, any
Johnny through to Johnny.
Yeah. Johnny O'Brien, any relation?
No.
No?
No.
Not that you know of, or
that I know of. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
Yeah. And Boomer Sooner, please don't be mad. Just don't ever say that again. Lefty says, listen, I take compliments from people with all types of sexual preferences. An ego boost is an ego boost. No, you guys know where I stand. That's not helping, man. That's not helping.
Oh, you said ego boost. Sorry.
Mr. Lover says, I don't like spiders or snakes, but that ain't what it takes to love you. What?
You fool, you fool.
What the hell is that from?
Lyrics from a song.
By?
I can see him in my head, but I can't think of his name. Jim.
Can you sing it?
Jim. I don't like spiders and snakes, but that ain't what it takes to love me.
That doesn't
fool,
make
you
any
fool.
sense. That makes no sense.
You just ask if I could sing the
How
damn thing. I just
many
sang.
drugs did the person who wrote that song take?
It's Jim.
Jim
Protein?
Stafford.
No.
Jim Beam?
No.
Jim Stafford is what came up.
Jim
in the Google.
Stafford.
Loggins and Messina?
No. Jim Stafford.
Wilbur says it was Loggins and Messina.
Well,
FedFan says Jim Stafford.
They may have done that, but Jim Stafford did it as well. So
Floppy Bumper says, I still have the record at my company for the most scorpion stings. The hell, dude?
That is something to.
What do you do for a living again?
I don't know, but you need a flamethrower.
Yeah, scorpions are a whole other story. Bruno Baller, itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. I hit it with the paper and knocked the spider out.
If only he had done that, then his house would still be standing.
The paper. Floppy Bumper. I'm a geologist, dummy. Oh, that's right. I forgot Floppy Bumper.
Yeah,
sorry,
Floppy
man.
Bumper.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow. You need to wear some like chainmail gloves doing what you do. Then. Where do you usually get bits? Now, I'll never forget. I don't want to know. That's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we will answer your fantasy football questions. We will do our NFL fan pick'em picks and generally have a good time. Come back and see us 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Happy holidays don't just happen on their own. You